thing queued up?
I want to hear the music. I'm excited.
Good evening, adults, and Colonel Mastodon presents Game Night, episode 24. Everybody, we did it. We're Kobe. One better than Michael Jordan. I'm your host, Dan Farley. You can find me at Jersey Dan 18 on Twitter or Dan Farley 18 on Instagram. I Reggie Cambay due to, but then he was brought to a better hospital. Announced alive. So he can't be here, which we have two very special guests tonight. Please give a warm welcome to our first guest tonight, Devon Hall, everybody.
Hey.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Good.
What's
good
up?
to hear. Good. Nothing at all is up.
Yeah, nothing's up with anybody ever.
Ever at all. Just screen. Yeah, I probably should go
Actually,
to
having
beforehand.
coronavirus is the one interesting thing someone could have going on right now.
Oh, that's true.
Like, that's a great story to have if just, you want corona just so you have something to fucking talk about with people.
Oh, if you actually had it. When you don't have it and you talk about it all the time, it drives me insane.
Yeah.
You can talk about it.
Right. That's
Yes.
what,
Correct. And that's
Otherwise,
our
it's
second
stolen
guest of the
power.
evening. The very funny Keri Costa, everybody. How are you guys? Well, thank you both for being here. Keri, what's your story? The thing that you're doing. That new comedy show that you're doing online.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, I just started like an Instagram page for producing sketches and stuff. Costa Sauce Comedy. That's a nice Acosta.
Yes, I want Costa Sauce. I watched the one where you had the where you were trapped at, like when you were through the fence, like I watched that.
That was real life. That in real life, I was standing. I had like half Devon, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have like half a fence. Like the landlord must have removed a full fence, and they just left just the fucking door, and it opens.
Okay.
And just like my roommates are nice guys, but they're young professionals. They always have conference calls. They're driving me insane, and they talk like very professionally. And oh, never mind, and whatever. I don't know. And I was actually outside, hanging onto that half door, just like losing my mind. So I was like, why not film it?
That's great. You should try to make them like break that. Like,
yes,
set one of their things on fire while they're on the call. Like, how important is this call? Just hold up like their fucking like a shirt they like.
Just slowly lift my shirt and be like, turn around.
Exactly.
Done. And then all of a sudden, it's just you just hear.
There's no tits on her. Dun, dun,
There's no tits. Oh my God, she's basically a Barbie doll, but you know.
Barbie's had titties.
I know, but you know, there's like the plastic. Never mind. It's just the outline. You like that Marilyn Manson album cover. I hope you guys are staying safe in quarantine. And anybody who's watching at home, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why you would be watching this. I wouldn't waste my time with this. But I'm just doing it because I'm bored. So we'll get right into this. We'll go into the 10 questions. That's I'm letting you know this drop never works. Ever. And it didn't there either.
Wait, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
We're going to do the top 10 questions that we ask everybody.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's get freaky with it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that terrifying? That's the one talent I have. I can do that voice.
You know what's funny is that
Dude, I don't smoke, but I could smoking like this. Hey, what's up, kids?
Yeah.
I could skip. That's it. Dude, I since comedy's over because no one's allowed outside, the way I'll make money is I'll be like one of those like fucking people who goes to like schools is like, don't smoke, kids.
Don't smoke.
But I'm fine. Like, I have no medical bills. Like, I'm lying.
Yes. That's one of my favorite stories I remember reading was there was this baseball announcer for the St. Louis Cardinals, Jack Buck. Joe Buck is his son, who does like the Super Bowl and all that shit. And he had one of those voices. It was like very slow, like this.
Broadcast voice.
Yeah, a very serious podcast voice. Had fly ball hit out live, going high and some kid came up to him and was like, "Mr. Buck, how do I get a voice like yours?" And he just turned to the kid and looked at him dead in the face. He was like, "Smoke,
crack."
Yeah, I just got a text. I was doing this podcast last week from my garage, and it looks like Keri's in my garage.
I know. When I saw your shit,
Yeah.
I'm freaked out. Is he in my basement right now? That's weird.
Yep. Yeah, that's weird. But it's weird how much your basement looks like my garage.
I know, it's bizarre. I see you got an upgrade.
See? Okay. Question number 1. What are you legitimately bad at?
Things.
Comedy.
Tings? Comedy? You know, I'm a very good cook, but I discovered that I'm very bad at poaching an egg.
It's hard.
Suck at
You have to have the right thing.
Yes.
Did you have the vinegar? What was your
Yes.
technique? Do you want to tell me your technique real quick? Or
Well, I failed miserably at it. I put the vinegar in. I had a small little saucepan, and this is third. Yes, and I started up in there, and I put the egg in, and then it just kind of went everywhere. And I tried to keep it low flame and put the top on it. It just didn't work.
Yeah.
I
did it
failed.
my first 2 times, and then I tried it last week. That's funny that you bring it up, and it did not go well. It was everywhere.
Yeah. And it's amazing now that I've seen it. Every time I go on Instagram, I now I get an advertisement for like these little pods that you put in the water where it poaches an egg for you. And I'm like, oh, that would have come in handy last week.
It's like they were watching you.
I know. It's
failing.
You fucking know that they are. You know that they are.
Poached. Have you ever poached an egg?
No, but no. But they're not even good. Like,
But they horrify you.
Horrifies Devon Hall.
That's poached eggs.
What were you going to say about them?
Devon Hall, I know that you've dated men. You date men, but that is the gayest thing I've ever seen someone do, is that right there.
Yeah.
Did you have something you were going to say about poached eggs?
Well, I was going to say, like, is it even worth it? Sounds like a hassle. Is it worth it? Like, they're not that good.
They're
Like, I got a poached egg.
What speaketh you?
They're not that good. Dude, fucking
I'm a Benedict.
scrambled eggs are just over easy. Those are the 2 good eggs. All the other eggs is fucking nonsense.
With the hollandaise sauce? Oh, good.
Yeah, hollandaise sauce tastes good, but not the fucking egg.
I like
Dude,
that.
do you guys like Gary Goldman?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he does that one bit when he's talking about I don't like holiday sauce. He's like, did you just say holiday sauce, you fucking idiot? Because it's hollandaise. And now when it says hollandaise sauce, I can't but help but think of that one bit over and over. It's the one where he simplifies the states when they talk about shortening the states to the 2 letters. It's fucking one of the best bits.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah. Well, that is a really interesting bit. Yeah, that's really funny.
Oh, it's so good. It's the smart writing. Dan Caprio says that you look like Buddy Holly or something.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't tell Dan. I'm not old. I don't know who that is. You got.
Hold on a second. Shots fired.
Dan is the best because he will like at open mics be like, "Oh, dude, that was like the time that fucking," and then name some like pop star from the '80s.
Yes.
Like anyone's gonna know what it is.
I know. Sometimes I'm 32, and sometimes I make references at open mics, and I'll just stop. I made a Popeye reference, and I looked at these little girls that were like laughing at me the whole time. They're like, "Oh, funny, older girl. She's depressed." And I was like, "You guys even know who Popeye is?" And they were like, "You don't know who Popeye is."
You know what's so funny is that I was gonna wear a Popeye
shirt.
shirt. I was gonna wear a Popeye shirt, right? And I changed it to this in the last second.
I think I just wrote on my lip.
You know what's weird about Popeye? Here's how you know Popeye's old. It's like the whole plot of Popeye is the antagonist is just trying to rape that lady.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And succeeds.
He's at it again.
And it succeeds until he eats spinach, and then he's a social justice warrior. But
so it's about commercialism. You need to buy things in order to be better. And it's about masculinity being the dominant force in our country. Obviously.
Correct.
Honestly, that's a great. Spinach should have jumped on that. Like, just look, you need to eat spinach so you can prevent rape.
Yes, but then also, and like Wimpy is never
played ever.
And it's also a thing because Wimpy never buys he always eats hamburgers and never pays for them either. Mm-hmm. So he'll gladly if I could have a hamburger today, I'll gladly pay for it next week.
Wait, have you ever seen the live version Popeye with Robin Williams as fucking Popeye?
No. Yeah, and the part that Shelley Duvall was born to play as Olive Oyl, born to play.
Oh, it's so bad. You
Yeah.
gotta see it because there's Robin Williams in it and Shelley Duvall.
Yeah. Popeye with Robin Williams is the best shitty.
You can't
movie
hear
ever.
anything Robin Williams is saying in the entire movie because he's doing this like I'm really Popeye, rah, 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 and it's acting all voiceover, and it's just so good.
Turns out spinach is good as hell and healthy. Yes, Dan. What, Devin? Aside from comedy, what are you legitimately bad at? Because you said comedy, so
yeah. No, I don't know.
You're not.
I'm bad at answering this question. I don't know. I'm like bad. You know what I'm bad at? I'm bad at like
Cobbling.
paying attention to a thing. So like I've got like a shitload of homework right now, and literally I like.
How old is this kid? What is he? 15? Get out of here!
No, I'm gonna be 21 on Sunday.
Oh.
Really? Oh, that's the worst birthday ever.
I know. You know, it's so funny though because I have the excuse of I get to say, "Oh, my 21st birthday sucked because of this," when in reality it would have sucked anyway because I've got like 3 friends. So
yeah, well,
I get to pretend that it's because.
In fairness to you, it would have been you said Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So you would have been at the mic at the co-op, and I would have forced you to come to the bar with me, and I would have made sure that was a fun birthday.
Aww.
Oh yeah, that would have been fun. Co-op to the bar.
Yeah, come up to the belly up to the bar, and you walk in, and it's like again like Cheers, where they're like, "Hey, Dan."
That is a good point. Once I'm 21, I have no excuse to be like, "Oh no, I can't go with you guys to the bar." Darn it.
Other than it's being broke. Dude, it's a magical place. It's magical. It's
yeah. You know, I'm bad at like paying attention to a thing. I'll go with that. I'm bad at like doing a thing for a while.
Keri, did you answer this question, or I couldn't hear you?
No, I said things, but I don't doing. I'm really bad at like having things. I drop things all the time. My hands are like always cold. So whenever I watch a video of myself, I'm just like, what? Why can't you bend your fingers? And I drop stuff. I lose stuff. I feel like I have little creatures that follow me and misplace things and break things.
So you're literally the definition of like people. They're like, oh, you're the reason why we don't have nice things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I missed Devin's laugh at the co-op. Someone's hitting on you, Dan Caprio.
Oh, stop it, Daniel.
What are you surprisingly? What are you surprisingly good at?
Surprisingly,
the one of the things I give an example for is I'm surprisingly very good at sewing.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yes, I'm very good at sewing. I find it relaxing. I'm also very good at cleaning. That I found.
I'm so bad at cleaning. That's the things.
Yes, like the things. I could do dishes all fucking day. I don't mind them. I'm fine with them. I find it therapeutic, and it's relaxing to me.
I don't mind.
Be a good wife.
I know I would. Dude, if I ever get married, I'm making a deal with my wife. I'm gonna be like, listen, here's the deal. I'll cook, I'll clean the toilet, fucking the cat. I don't give a shit. Just do my goddamn laundry. That's the only thing I
you should get some like type A lawyery lady. And then just let her, and then you could be the Mr. Mom and then do comedy. You're welcome.
Yes.
Just do
perfect.
That. That's the rest of your life.
My life will be Billy Crystal's.
Yeah.
No, it's not Jack in the Solo Cup. It's something else though.
Oh, is it? It's still the Power Hour. You're still, I'm assuming.
No. I have nothing to do. Hangovers don't exist anymore. So.
It's not that I'm bad. It's not that I don't like. What'd you say?
Sorry, I stepped on you.
No, my stuff was lagging a little.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's not that I don't like cleaning. I actually find dishes therapeutic. But when I'm done and I look at them later, I'm like, oh, that's not exactly clean. And not that I won't spend as much time as other people. I just don't have an attention to detail. And I can overlook things often, even though I'm trying to. It's called ADHD.
Or obsessive compulsive.
I don't know.
Although in this day and age, not a bad thing to be. That's all I'm going to say. What's something? Okay, you guys didn't answer, did you?
Oh,
surprisingly good at.
I would say. I don't think I answered. Mine's badminton. I'm pretty good at badminton.
Ooh.
Really?
Which is not. I'm good at like no sports, but I'm pretty to the point where like if we played badminton, I'd be bummed out if I lose because part of my identity is in it. I'm pretty good at that. The only time I've ever cared about gym class in high school was we did like a month or whatever of badminton.
I know.
I just happened to be really good at it, and I had like a blast just kicking the shit out of all the athletes. It was
personally, I just love sucking that old shuttlecock. Personally, but
I love
okay, yeah.
I was just going low hanging fruit.
That's why I'm good at it.
Just low fruit. What about you, Keri?
What was I gonna say? I don't know. I'm sure there's a few things. Oh, I'm pretty good at editing. I'm pretty good at editing, like
editing what?
Correction, editing photos and videos and stuff.
Okay, so not like if I sent you a short story.
No, yeah, exactly. Like digital editing of like media and stuff.
That's interesting. That's an underrated skill from what I have to edit. Like last night during the show, the fucking Facebook's like turned it off, so then we couldn't actually continue, and then I had to continue again and then put it all back together. It's a definitely impressive skill to have. That's all I'm gonna say.
The skill to that is like it's impressive when you learn how to edit, right? It just like that's the part of it, because I can't do it at all, but I think it's like the skill there is like you spent the time to like actually like learn how to do it.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yes, Miss Patella. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
There's like a whole check going on here. Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole check.
Then I
have it open in Facebook. I have it here on the side of my screen, but then I also go into Facebook because sometimes it doesn't go over all the way. I don't know why.
That's kind of a funny joke. That
saying you're good at badminton is like saying I'm not good at anything. Yeah, that's why.
That's it. That's what he's saying.
You're setting your set. I'm pretty good at badminton. You know what that means. I'm not
pretty good at badminton. What's a smell, an unconventional smell that you secretly love?
Unconventional? I like dirt.
Dirt?
I want
gasoline.
Was my go-to answer. Right now, it's this spray disinfectant. It fucking just smells. It smells phenomenal.
Really?
Like, I could fucking just spray this on my face and be like, I'm good. I don't need to shave now.
Do you think you always feel that way, or is it because of COVID?
No, I think it's a bit of both, to be honest with you. I'm kidding. I'm bored as shit in with the quarantine, and I figured I'd join in the both the listen and the roast of Devon Hall. So
go for it, Lil.
Go for it, Lil. Go for it. So you know what I also found out is that I like, because I've had to do so much laundry, because as soon as I go out into the world, that outfit is now done. I just want to put it in the wash. Is my lint trap. Fucking love the smell of that too.
Ooh,
although I hate laundry.
Lint traps, it's cool to like get rid of the lint. I don't know if I've ever smelled it.
It is strangely
I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yes. It's oddly satisfying.
Actually, as a matter of fact,
when you feel it,
you know what? We can fucking get dirty right now because I'm in the laundry room.
Oh shit! Oh, now for the rest of the podcast, sit on the dryer while you're.
I wish you had a producer that could do some sound effects right now.
Was
this is getting sexy. I didn't know.
I know, Roman. I know who you are. I was protecting your identity.
That's it. That's over, I guess.
Wow, that was sexy. Hold on.
Thank you.
Now I got a better one for you.
What on?
Wow.
Lint.
The fresh maker.
There's definitely someone who jerks off to a lady doing laundry.
I'm sure.
That exists.
Dan Capriel loves the smell of feet on New Jersey Transit.
That's
a weird one.
That's a lie. That is a lie.
Yeah, well, that was the last thing I did is ride on New Jersey Transit before quarantine. So
that's a fucking lie.
But no one got near me.
I low key, if I'm not like rancid, but I have a little BO, I'm into it. I'm like, oh my god, why does that smell so sexy to me? Like,
I'm fine. I agree. I think everyone secretly like if I'm just laying there like in the morning, I smell something like I fucking stink, and I just keep going. Like I'm like, oh
yeah, but there's a barrier there. So there's like a certain amount of smell that's like, oh, that's kind of good,
right?
And then when it hits a critical mass. And then after that, like I gotta take a shower right away.
Right.
Oh, I just thought
like I can't wait.
Totally.
fucking love too.
Thank you.
And I never thought of it until just now. Is that when you go to a bowling alley and you rent the shoes, the spray?
Yeah.
I don't know. I fucking like that too. I'm a weirdo.
I like the whole part of the beginning of the bowling alley. Like, we're here. Oh, let's get out of our cars. I want some shoes. What size? Maybe this size. This is your whole thing.
I'm a 12.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually 6.5 here. Crazy.
I'm a 12 here and a 9 here.
Pass all the machines with little balls in it. You're like, anyone got a quarter?
Yeah.
I want this random hand.
Dude,
walls.
When I was a kid, like I would go bowling. Like I had like when my brothers would babysit me. My brother would babysit me, and like he would take us to go bowling because what else could you do, really? And I would smell my hand afterwards, and I always liked that smell until I realized it's probably cum. So I just did it.
Probably cum.
Probably cum. Okay, what movie or movies have you walked out of? I think Keri's frozen. Keri
is frozen, yeah.
No,
she walked
Keri.
out of this movie.
She walked out of this movie. This is the one she walked out of.
Yeah.
It's over.
No, I don't think I've ever walked out of, like in a movie theater. I haven't.
She moved.
I don't know.
I'll extend it. I'll extend it to.
I realized. She did. She literally walked out. Okay.
Well, no, she got frozen. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
She's back though. Welcome back. No, you're frozen again. Damn it! It was so close. I'll extend it to.
No, but I have one.
There, she's moving
I
now.
didn't walk out of it because I was.
You're back.
I used to be able to watch horror movies. Like that used to be a thing that I liked. But I tried to watch one. I tried to watch It 2 with my friends a couple weeks ago, and I don't know what happened to me. I gained like empathy or something. I can't do it anymore. Like it was too scary. Like I can't.
Really?
I physically had to cover my eyes before the thing like ate a kid. Like I can't watch them anymore. So that was the movie I walked out of. I became a pussy. I don't know what happened.
You just brought up something in my head that I watched the original It with an ex-girlfriend of mine. We were sitting there, and halfway through the movie, I realized that I could do a pretty good Tim Curry's It impression of Pennywise. That the whole time I started freaking her the fuck out because I would not stop. Once I found out that she was annoyed by it and like freaked out, I had to do it constantly because I'm an asshole.
Right.
I don't know.
So like I would just be like, they all float down here. They all float down here. I just kept doing that over and over and over and over and over. Like I would wake her up to it and shit like that. Like because
he kind of sounds like if Mickey Mouse smoked.
Yes.
Oh, you're all.
Hello, Georgie.
That's what it is. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna murder all of you kids. That's what dude, it's fucking Pennywise is just Mickey Mouse if fucking the park didn't work out.
Yeah.
He's got to eat kids now.
Just Mickey Mouse is just Walt Disney's anti-Semitic side. Just that. Keri, I don't know if you heard the question. The question was, what movie have you walked out of? Or movies? And I'll extend it to quarantine, too. That, like, the fact of you have nothing to do, and you'll still turn it off.
I walked out of a movie, not that Disney had a live action Jungle Book, but before that, there was another live action one. Of probably in the 8th grade. No, of Jungle Book.
Oh, yeah, the live action. I remember that one with with the guy who was way too old to play a child.
Yeah, I think so. What I remember is I was really afraid of blood when I was little, like to the point where I couldn't watch like Itchy and Scratchy on The Simpsons, even though I liked The Simpsons. Like it really would freak me the fuck out. And they were going to chop off someone's hand. And my dad was like, it's just a ploy in the plot. It's not going to actually happen. And I was like, we need to leave. Like I moved a lot in 3rd grade because I was so scared of violence.
Roman said my grandma fell asleep during Men in Black. I actually walked out of Men in Black too.
Ooh.
I was like, this is bullshit.
The second one or the first one?
The second one.
Oh.
The second one. I just walked out the second one.
We're about to get upset.
I thought you went to the third one. I was like, it's a woman. And you walked out and protest.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Dude, my fucking...
then like, you know how they're like remaking all those movies with women now? Instead of like not going if you don't want them, to go and then pout through the whole thing.
Yes.
This isn't the same.
Not the same. This isn't the Ghostbusters I know.
I do that to people all the time. I'm so annoying. That's why I hate watching movies with people, because I can't shut the fuck up.
Pouting.
Yeah, this is not right. This is how
This
it
is
was
right.
imagined by
That's not how
the.
it is. That's not how they describe Brad Pitt in Interview with the Vampire, the book.
You know what I hated? I hated Avatar. I wanted to leave. But
So you're jumping the gun on me. That's the next question. So I guess you got a good answer going. Is what's a movie that everyone loves that you hate?
Avatar is, I want everyone in the world to listen. I want this to be like a press conference. Avatar is one of the worst fucking movies I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
No, it isn't.
The script is some basic ass bullshit. Every single character is a trope, stereotypical character. It's some weird white people save Native American bullshit thing, and it's just so played. I hated it, but my friend fell asleep. I couldn't wake his ass up. He fell asleep for 45 minutes, woke back up, and then when it was over, he goes, "That was pretty good." I'm like, "You were asleep for 45 minutes. So how do you know if it was good?" And obviously, it wasn't that good if you fell asleep. I got so mad.
Yeah. Oh, it's garbage. Absolute garbage. You know where that movie should go is.
Oh, fuck you, James Cameron.
Dude, and none of that, but people are like, "Oh, the special effects, they look awesome." They look like fucking giant Smurfs, dude. They look like giant Smurfs.
That. I didn't even like the character design on top of it.
Nothing. And I was like, just
you people hate. I'm on James Cameron's side of this one. I thought that movie was great.
I'm gonna go on another limb. Titanic, not that great.
Well, I did like Titanic, but I was a 15-year-old girl when I saw it, and I was like,
"No, you were the demo."
Yeah, I was like, "What is this wetness in my pants? This is weird."
Yeah,
and I saw that, and I was like, I kind of agree with Billy Zane, bro. Yo, if I'm like paying with my fiance, and all of a sudden this fucking stowaway starts banging my girl, I'm gonna be pretty pissed too.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, that is true.
Yeah.
That's like you couldn't. That's so funny. You couldn't wait to cheat on me till we got off a boat.
Just wait till we're
like I can't leave.
Like I'm literally here.
There's nowhere for me to go.
And there's both diseases. You could be getting them. Like, what are you doing?
Give me the goddamn necklace back. You don't get to keep it.
And now you're gonna wear the necklace nude in front of this new body who I know's dick is bigger than mine.
Yes. And you fucking like, how do I know? I saw the picture that he drew. You sat there.
Obviously, because it's very detailed, talented picture. He's very talented, by the way.
Draw me like one of your French girls, Jack.
If guys who could draw could also fuck, I'd be a happy woman. That's all I have to say.
I'm right here.
I imagine they could finger because they're good with the hands.
Interesting.
I draw a lot.
Just like put like, you know how there's like an art palette? Just put the part of it that's like a hole over your vagina, and just so they can. It's like a familiar territory. I'm gay. I don't know how vaginas work, but I'm assuming you can. Does that work mechanically?
Drawing work.
Does it, like if you just kind of position it so that it's like it feels right?
No, you don't have to do much at all once you know. Oh, well, he thinks he does, obviously.
What? I'm fucking confident.
You have to do much at all. Just imagine it's like a MacBook trackpad. Just that's pretty much all.
Right.
Here, I'll show you. I'll prove it. I'll prove it, man.
What are you gonna show us? Wait, I think I regret the road we're going down.
No, I'm not gonna show you my dick. Yet.
I thought you were gonna show me your vagina.
Oh, I can do that if you want. It's pretty impressive and pretty deep.
Dan would be the funniest man to just have a vagina. Like,
it'd be the great.
It's just him. Like everything about him is the same. He's hiding none of his personality, but he just has a vagina. And he can't tell anybody about it.
That's
He's
correct.
Embarrassed.
Dan, if you were a girl, would you shave?
Yes, I'm a man and I shave, so
would you?
Not my face, but that's my drawing. That I'm surprisingly good at. I'm pretty good at drawing.
But you're bad at fucking.
Oh wow, yeah, you are pretty good at drawing.
I am. No,
that was a surprising good thing.
Yes, I should have said that before. But I chose eggs. I've answered these questions a lot. I probably said drawing once or twice on here before.
I can't draw for shit. I can barely like write. I can't. I have terrible handwriting, let alone drawing.
I can't draw.
I'm mediocre at fucking, but I'm great at sculpting too, so that I can at least make you a dildo so you can fuck yourself. Yes. See.
Never used a dildo.
Me neither.
Yeah, me neither.
You know, not for what I found one and I was playing with it.
You found one.
I found one.
You're playing with it like in a childlike way, like tossing it.
Correct, but I was definitely an adult.
Right.
Like I was like 27 years old.
Right. That's okay.
Next question. Oh wait, Devin, you didn't answer. What movie you hate?
See, I don't know. I had all that time to think of it, and I still don't have one.
And you loved Avatar, so I'd love to.
Avatar was good. I don't know. I'm a basic idiot. Like I like
Avatar.
I like the colors of Avatar.
As long as you say
I don't.
You're a basic idiot, I'm about it. I could support it.
I don't know. Fucking name movie. What are movies people are supposed to like? And I'll tell you if I don't like one.
Field of Dreams.
Never.
Star Wars.
Road. Parasite. Did you see Parasite?
No, but I don't like it on principle because it wasn't in English. We'll go with that one.
Oh.
You did not say that.
I'm kidding. Obviously.
Oh shit!
Dude, I really like that movie.
I was like,
what a
a comedian
specific kind of racism. I don't like non-English cinema. The people are fine, but just keep it out of my movie screen.
Really?
So
you're
not so much racist, more xenophobic.
No, more lazy. He probably just doesn't feel like reading subtitles.
Okay, so
no, I'm kidding, but I haven't seen Parasite.
Wait, let's think of more movies that he's supposed to like. Rocky, Jaws.
Rocky.
Do you like dislike?
You know what?
Jaws.
Rocky was not. Rocky was okay.
I think if you think about it in terms of, which maybe means it's not as good as I thought it was when it came out and how it was made, and the fact that Sylvester Stallone had like no budget and he's catching the turkey, and it was just like a chicken. I think like the way I was raised, my dad was like, you have to like this movie, so I just kind of do. It's like how I like the Giants, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I understand. You can see a Giants football over my shoulder right here.
And Muhammad.
Yeah, it was like it was in and Muhammad Ali. But it's same thing with the Giants for me too. It was like, oh no, you have to like them. We have season tickets, and you will be going to these. So
what didn't you like about Rocky? Like you thought it was because it is kind of an indie movie in the sense that it's slow moving and the state.
Don't you dare shit talk Rocky from Dan.
Yeah, it's slow.
Of course, Dan.
It is a little slow. I like that. I feel like it's realism, but I get why you didn't like it.
Dan just likes Rocky because it makes losing okay. That's why.
Unpopular opinion, I will say my favorite Rocky is Rocky 3 with Mr. T. And I definitely rooted for Mr. T as a child.
Wait, I thought that was the Russian one. That's the fourth one. Is the
That's
Russian?
The fourth.
3 is the Russian one. Really?
No, Rocky 4
I haven't
is
seen
the
any of
Russian
them.
one.
Well,
Rocky 5 is the street fight with Tommy the Machine Gun. Rocky 2 is he refights Apollo Creed. And Rocky 3 is Clubber Lang, played to perfection by Mr. T.
I haven't seen a lot of movies though. Like I've never there's old and TV shows. Like I've never seen like Goodfellas, never seen Raging Bull. Like there's a lot of movies that people didn't like. Or like TV. Like I never saw The Wire, never saw The Sopranos.
Can you tell me about your parents?
Breaking Bad. What?
What are your parents like? Are they from the East Coast?
Yeah, my parents. I don't know. Oh, my dad he'll watch Bad Boys over and over again. That movie.
How old is your dad?
That's a movie I don't like.
Generation thing.
My dad's. I think he's turning 60 this year.
Oh, and he likes Bad Boys. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Rocky 3, Mr. T is arguably the best.
Like my dad loves movies I watch with him, like Animal House or like
oh yeah.
Fucking I don't know. What's the other college one? Van Wilder? That's a movie.
Van Wilder?
Your dad likes that? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's a funny one.
Dude, I like Van Wilder. It's based on Bert Kreischer. That's insane to me, by the way.
Is it really?
Bert Kreischer? Who's that?
He's a comic.
Comedian.
Ooh.
That's actually that's so funny though, because the Van Wilder character is like attractive.
Yeah, he's attractive, and Bert Kreischer's just like, ugh, but it's based on him.
That's funny.
All right, what music do you listen to that would surprise people? Like one of the ones I listen to that I love is show tunes.
Oh, really? I love.
Yeah, like I rock the fuck out of show tunes. Like I did it last night. And I was gonna play it on guitar, but I sang an entire song into right where I'm sitting right now and recorded it. And then I went on the porch and acted it out to myself.
Adorable.
That is sweet.
It wasn't good, and I deleted it, but I did do it.
Based on the way I look, I love hip hop and I love 90s hip hop. Like Cypress Hill and Outkast is like something I listen to all the time.
Cypress Hill that's a little bit of a shocker.
Yeah, well, when I was younger, my high school sweetheart used to buy me tape cassettes from like a local whatever fucking flea shop, and he bought me a bunch of hip hop on tape cassette. And
Really?
Day once you put in a cassette, that's it. You're listening to it.
Back when mixtapes were serious, because you had to really put some thought.
He would
into
buy
that.
the albums on tape cassette, the entire Cypress, like.
Yeah, we're all doing this nostalgia thing. Mixed.
But first of all, I'm going to
so
cut you
much
off, Devon, because Keri might actually remember this. How often did you do this as a kid that you recorded a song off the radio?
Oh,
like
a lot.
Dude, do you know how long it took me to find Informer by Snow on like when it played on Z100 to record it? Like Informer, soon as home at a pedo.
Yeah, dude. It basically meant I was in love if I was doing it, and I was always doing it, so I was always in love. The second I liked the boy, I'm like, I'm gonna record this song for him, and I had a little microphone and like a purple boombox.
Mine was purple too.
Yeah, purple and probably like sparkly. It looked like it was.
Mine wasn't sparkly. Mine was my parents' old shower radio.
But then that was
the only one I had to record.
I also love pop punk, and like I make fun of people a lot, so they're like, "How can you like pop punk, you fucking emo bitch?" And I'm like, I know.
I love I could listen to Blink 182 all day. That's fine with me.
I love like Blink 182, but I also love like
Enema of the State.
Finch. Did anyone ever listen to Finch?
I listened to Finch. They were big when I was in college. I had my own radio show.
I'd be screaming that shit. That was always my away message. Writing again these letters to you. Not
again and now we're bringing up away messages. That's fucking.
This poor kid.
I'm
sorry, Devon. I really don't care what he is.
I'm sorry, Devon.
we're us kids TikTok.
Yeah. Tell me about TikTok. I hear that.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm not on TikTok. I know it's a thing, but it is funny that like people of my generation, like in previous generations, like time for a quarantine would be spent like I'm gonna start a business or like I'm gonna read a book. We're like learning TikTok dances. Like, I can't tell you how many of my friends are like, dude, you know what I did today? I learned a TikTok dance.
Yeah,
it's like a thing people do.
Dude, I did a whole thing of me lip syncing DuckTales the other week. Like,
oh yeah, I saw parts of that.
Yeah, I'm losing it, guys.
Well, drinking, that'll definitely help.
What?
I said keep drinking. That'll definitely help.
Yeah.
This is gin and tonic, by the way.
Sure, it is.
It is. Wink. I used to work at a distillery. I haven't gotten unemployment in 5 weeks. It's crazy, and I usually smoke weed.
Wow.
But I worked at a distillery, and thank God the manager came by the other day with like 4 bottles of gin. I was like, thank you so much.
Gin's actually the only booze I don't drink. It's like I don't like. I got sick. I got really sick on it when I was a kid.
Oh my God, we call that a gincident.
Yeah, a gincident.
The place I used to work, I had the same thing. I thought gin was vodka when I was 19. Chugged the whole thing, up all night. But this is delicious. It really is.
And now it just feels like I'm blowing a Christmas tree.
Next time we chill, I gotta make you one of these.
I don't know if I've ever had gin. What does gin taste like?
It's actually pronounced gin.
Some anime shit right there. Well, that's how we're Chinese, so that's fine. Well, gin is, I'll tell you because I used to work at a distillery. It's got like the leading botanical, so it's basically vodka, which is a neutral spirit.
Okay.
And then you add juniper berry, which is like kind of like that pine taste you get in a gin.
Yes.
This gin though, it has juniper berry, but it also has like lemon and grapefruit and pink peppercorn, so it's really floral and citrusy. It's actually fucking delicious.
Pink peppercorn. That's not my new fantasy football. That's my new fantasy football name is Pink Peppercorn.
Yes, please. I love that.
Pink peppercorn.
So Devon, what's one that what's something you listen to that would shock people?
Eminem. People don't believe me when I say I like Eminem.
I believe you.
I can see you fucking getting gassed up. I can see you like getting gassed up like before a mic, just like.
But it's dumb. Like I'm all over. I don't like I'm all over the place fucking musically, so I'll listen to like Eminem and then put on like the Moana soundtrack. Like,
I'll do the same thing. Like,
all
dude,
over the
it'll literally
place.
go from like in 2 steps. It'll go from Biggie to Guys and Dolls
Yeah.
to fucking I don't know Inside Llewyn Davis.
That was
Like,
so
with-
funny, by the way. You're talking about. We were kind of lagging, so I didn't want to interrupt when I couldn't like catch up to the hearing. But like music that you listen to that like is dumb, like you can make fun of.
Correct.
Like I fucking love. My buddy showed me the band Pine Grove,
Okay.
and I love that. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
You know what Pine Grove is? Okay, so but like Pine Grove, like I love it. That's like one of my favorite bands ever. But it's so easy. Like they're just whiny. Like my mom. Like it's so stupid. But it's really good. Like it's really good music.
My mom.
Like and that's like that's kind of the vibe of it, but it is really good.
I love it. You need that vibe sometimes. I think that's what music is about.
Yes, that's great.
Definitely do.
Okay, so what's something that you eat that you know it's gross, but you love it?
Something I eat, but
I
I know
know
it's gross.
Yeah, like one of them I was brought to my attention. I love combos. That you're like, it's fucking gross, but I fucking love it.
Combos are like I used to bartend and
She froze.
Oh, she did. Yeah, I thought I froze. That is a good position to freeze and just like very pensive. Like,
when
she comes back,
let me think. Yes, welcome.
But I guess I'll go in the
pineapple pizza. That's
pineapple pizza. I like, but I disagree with you that that's gross. It's fucking
scorpions.
It's scorpions. That's funny. No, but pineapple pizza. We're gonna do this right now. It's not. It's sweet and salty. That's taste science. Like that's not. I don't get it when people are like, "Oh, that's gross." Like
what's the one I fucking yeah. And this call me like out of proportion for saying this, and people might take away like, "Oh, me being a dude." I could do without bacon on everything, dude. I like bacon. It's fine. I don't need bacon ice cream. All right, I really don't need it.
No, but it's sweet and salty. That's good though. Bacon ice cream is good. Like a bacon milkshake. Like at fucking Five Guys, I've had a bacon milkshake. It is tasty.
Really? I've never. I definitely haven't had that.
But so is this like podcasting's unnecessary. Bacon,
pineapples and ham. Just had it like 10 minutes ago. Okay.
Yeah.
She's gone. Oh.
Perfect balance.
I have to say,
great. Thank you, Lily. Now we're on the same page.
Yeah, that's Roman.
Roman.
Yes.
Who is that? Roman?
I believe you might have met him. You might have met him. He's a musician.
Oh, does he oh yeah, he's really funny. Yeah.
He's I actually grew up with him. And if you look at us, you think I am far older than he is. And
well, yeah,
he
it's
is
just
actually he's older than I am. So you old bitch. What the fuck? I don't think it counts as food, but some things I'll mix together, like a drink wise, that I'm like, that's pretty stupid. Like the last few nights I was drinking vodka and Hawaiian punch. Like but it was delicious.
That actually makes sense. I'm a pussy. I don't like the taste of alcohol. Like vodka is like icky to me. So I would cover it up with something like really like cloyingly sweet like that.
Yeah, well, it's delicious to me. I fucking love it.
Yeah, I would like that. That's not stupid. Yeah. I think like do you mean grow? Like I used to do this thing all the time. I don't really do it anymore. Where like if I would eat like a bagel, I would like eat it. So I wouldn't put anything on it. I would just like eat a bagel and I would rip off pieces of it and dunk it in whatever I was drinking. So if I was drinking like iced tea, I would dunk the bagel in iced tea and eat it. Yeah, but it's gross kind of, but it tastes awesome. I
did it with donuts. Donut, I would put it like dunk it in my coffee sometimes.
Yeah, so do that, but it's like it's sweet in like a different way because it's a bagel, and then you're just adding whatever the taste of the drink you're drinking is.
And I remember specifically when I started doing it was like I was listening to obviously it was a comedy album, Leary, and one of them he's like, yeah, it's Dunkin' Donuts. I want coffee flavor. He had this whole bit about coffee flavored coffee. He's like, oh, would you like mint mocha, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, no, I just want coffee flavored, regular coffee. That's why I like Dunkin' Donuts, because it's just coffee. And it's Dunkin' Donuts because you get a fucking donut and you dunk it in the fucking cup. And that's where it gets its name, Dunkin' Donuts. And I heard that, I was like, Genius. I'm gonna do that now.
That is funny.
Yeah.
What comic is that?
Dennis Leary. Or I suppose it's
so
actually
Bill
Bill Hicks. Yeah, Bill Hicks, exactly.
Except with Bill Hicks, definitely it's coffee
That's what I
flavored
told you
coffee
to
because
do
we
it.
get it from slaves, man. And then Dennis Leary made it like palatable.
Yeah, and Dennis Leary was like, "Oh, I know how to turn this into something."
Dennis Leary, there is something to say. You win if you can take genius and make it palatable for America.
Yeah,
like, you can
I
steal
agree.
and win.
There was a comic I was friends with. I'm still friends with him, but I went up to him. I watched his set one night, and I just had like literally for every joke he had, I had so many good ideas. It's like he had like a premise, and then I had the finish, and I knew what the finish was. It was better, and I told him, I was like, "Listen, man," I was like, "Yo, if we do this, blah blah blah, like I got a great bunch of ideas for you, and if you want to do it, I'll write them for you. You keep them, but let me keep like 2." And he was like, "No, like they're my jokes," and I was like, "Yeah, but I'm writing most of it, so let me do it."
I would just never. I don't know. I'm. This might be because I'm relatively new at comedy still, but I would just. I would just give all. I would feel like massively anxious taking like some. I don't want to be in that position even remotely. Like I don't want to argue with you over whether or not it's my joke. Like
Yeah, well, but
you sound right in that scenario, but I just
well, it's right because I'm doing the work. Like he did it.
If you're
already.
writing,
he did it already. Yeah, if I'm writing the jokes, like he just has a good premise, and it's basically like if you brought up cash registers.
Here's the thing, though. Premises, I think, are more. I think punchlines come from experience. So if you've been doing comedy long enough, you know that's why you knew where the finish was because you've approached premises like that and finished them before. If he's new and hasn't gotten there yet, maybe leave him alone with that better premise than he has and let him.
Oh, I did. I did. Yeah. But I wrote another bit, an ending for someone else when they had like a great joke, and I wrote it, and now that joke was good, and now it like slays. And I don't want the joke. It's like by all means take it. Do whatever you want.
Definitely.
It's a big no. Super insulting to be told that too. Thank you, Kate. What
happened?
I guess to take someone to use someone's or to go up to them and say, I got a good idea for you.
Oh yeah, I don't mind if someone does that to me, but I don't do that to people.
I don't mind if someone says to me if I respect them.
Well, I'm just willing to think it's like there's this one comic who he comes up to me a lot. He's like, "Oh, I have a tag for that," and he gives me a tag, and it's just not good. Like I never like the tag he gives me, but I'm just like, "Oh, thanks," and I keep, you don't have to take the tag. I did. I would only do that if I'm like particularly close friends with you, or if you ask me for help. That's the only time.
Yes, if you ask me, like, I need help with this, or sometimes I'll say something, but I remember Tim Lowe, who was on here a couple nights ago. He was doing this one joke that could very easily have been super offensive, and I was like, "Yo, I like what you're doing here, and you have a great idea. I think you have to walk a tightrope, and I'm going to think about this. If I give you some ideas, but please, like, tell me if you don't want me to give you ideas."
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, by all means, like, help, thank you." Yeah, and then there was another guy. Yeah.
I love Tim Lowe. He's one of the people. There's very few people at open mics like I want to pay attention every time they're on stage.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I fucking think Tim's hilarious. And then on the opposite side of that coin, there was one dude who I specifically dislike when I first started, and he was just always very condescending to me. Like especially when I first started, and he was doing it for like 4 months earlier than I was at the Stress Factory, and he would just be taught, like, when I first started, it was very clicky. It was very, very clicky. So people would go back and forth like that. You'd show up and be like, "Hi, nice to meet you." And they'll be like, "Oh, looking at you." But meanwhile, they're comics who are deep down bitches. It's just like, fuck you. Like, fuck you. Like, dude, if you want to go outside, we can go outside. We can take care of this. And like, I'm much bigger than them, and they think that then they're intimidated. They're like, "Well, this guy's a fucking asshole." But this one dude specifically, I got off stage. He's like, "I got a great idea for your joke," and I was like, "Is it going to be the opposite of whatever you tell me right now?" And I just walked away.
I got a great idea for your joke. Neat. Now apply that process of having a
To
great
you.
idea to your jokes.
To your joke.
That'd be really funny. That'd be funny if someone goes, I have some advice for you, and they give you a tag and you go, great. I have some advice for you. Do that thing you just did to me for any of your jokes.
Is the punchline, how dare you speak to me?
There is something very interesting. Comedy is a frustrating thing at like the open mic level. And I'm sure I'm people do this about me all the time, I'm sure, but it's very frustrating when you see someone on stage missing funny because we don't know where it is yet. If you're trying to still figure out where funny is in the when you talk. So when you miss it, like you watch someone miss it, and you want to be like, but fucking it's right there. Like, what are you doing? And I'm sure
I know
people watch me and that happens all, I'm fucking,
sometimes I'll watch like old clips of mine. Like which is the worst. And I guess Keri's having some struggles getting back on, but I watch some of them and I'm like, oh, you're so nervous. Like you have no idea how nervous you are that you're just panicking, that you don't know what you're doing.
Dude,
and then
I have a tape of my first show ever. It was 2 months into comedy. And it was like this is the first time I've ever been on stage in front of anybody other than like open mic comics. And it's the full packed Broadway comedy club. So it's like 300 people.
Oh, you got the Broadway scam?
Yeah, the Bringer.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm visibly. It is a fun show. Like, I don't, if you're going to do Bringer, you might as well do that one.
I fucking murdered.
Dude, I'm visibly shaking. And then one of my early jokes, I referenced 9/11 in it. Just like a reference. The joke is, so basically I'm saying like I'm the perfect amount of fat that no one would find me sexy. Like I'm right in that middle category that no one's fetishized in either direction. And so the punchline is the towers falling set to Benny Hill music would be sexier than I'd be in porn.
That's great.
No, but Broadway Comedy Club didn't think it was great.
Oh, yeah, they would.
The whole 300 people audience went, oh, they did that? They did the thing I did earlier? They fucking... And I'm so nervous, I couldn't, like, I had nothing, I just panicked. Like, there's 5 seconds of me just, like, panicking that they didn't like my joke.
Yeah, of course. I did one, in the same exact room you did. I know exactly. You were in the basement, right?
Yeah.
That's where it was, yeah. Like, it was one of those Bringers the contests. Was it one of those?
Yeah.
Where they literally held up like a noise, a decibel reader.
No, we didn't have an applausometer. No. I think they just had judges.
And I was like, I was probably a few months into comedy, and I remember I did this one joke, and I never did it before, and I learned that day is like you don't do new jokes like on a show. You do a joke that you've been working on. And I still remember the joke was like, dude, I went to this really fancy restaurant, and I wasn't prepared for it, and I got to the bathroom, and they had one of those, those like cloth napkin attendants sitting in the bathroom, and I had to look at him dead in the face and be like, listen, and he, after he cleans your hands and stuff, he's like, he wants a little something for his, he wants a little something. So I had to look at him.
Did you have that with you at Broadway? He wants.
No, I did. I wish I did. Dude, I wish I had this in life. You don't understand. Like every time like something bombs at a comedy club, I'd be like, that'd be so fun. But so when you look at the bathroom attendant, he's just like, he wants a little something. But I had to look at this guy dead in the face and say, listen, there's one reason only I come into this bathroom, and that's to do cocaine, and I need that $1 bill. So I said that, and like it bombed horribly, and it was it was so bad. They were like, oh, and I was like, oh no. Dan, looking for some more comics to come on my show. Okay, I'll send you a couple people to put on. DJ Mateo in the house.
I love that Caprio's he's like messaging us as Chip. He's doing home run.
Home run, fucking home run.
Yeah, cockfucker, taking over this podcast.
Yippee podcast.
Yeah, would you get a little book of
Yippee
sugar
ki-yay.
in your bathroom, cocksucker?
Yo, but you want to give them the $1 or something.
Wait. No, I got nothing.
Gotta be-
That's my favorite. My
Oh,
favorite chip is where he stops everybody. He goes, wait. Oh fuck! I fucked it up.
Dude, that was another annoying character. I would do it. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I would do that character to an ex all of the time. That I'd be like, but I would wait till like very intimate moments to like just pull it out and be like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Right. Her dad just died. What are you crying or something? Right. She graduates college. What'd you study, idiot?
What'd you study? Ah, she's back. You're back. You did it, everybody.
I was wondering if we were not supposed to mention that she just disappeared. Like I was waiting for you to bring it up. Like, I don't know, the show must go on, I guess.
Suck my pecker. I need the thingles or something. The peck. Dude, I love the term pecker. I think it's so funny. Pecker.
Yeah, people
Chippy-ki-yay.
Chip is a very specific thing, and if you don't get like the full context of it, it's just you seem so dumb.
It's even better when you realize that it's just Opie. That he's just making fun of Opie.
That's so funny. Where he'll like burp into the microphone because it's cool.
Yes. Welcome back, Keri. Thank you for your hard work. You're back. Okay, so back to the questions. Now that me and Dev. Oh no, it's a jinx. I jinxed it.
That's another great position to be frozen in mid hair flip.
Mid hair flip, yeah. Dude, I have a friend that he used to have longer hair, and he'd always come out of the pool like this,
yeah.
And I would fucking fuck with him all of the time. And now I fuck with him even more because he cut it off. So now I'm like, what are you?
My hair's getting kind of long. That's an annoying thing about this. You can't get fucking. I wanted to shave my head. Dude, I wanted to shave my head, and my entire I asked each member of my family independently. I was like, I think I'm gonna shave my head. What do you think? And they were all like, please don't. Don't ever do that.
Yes. I was gonna do it all over sort of thing. I want to be like fucking Neo coming out of the Matrix, just fucking.
I don't know. My friend did it, and he looked good. I think I would look too much like Brendan Dassey if I shaved my head.
Valid point. But no, I think
I'm taking you guys upstairs because it keeps freezing, and I'm thinking it's because I'm in the basement.
Yeah, I think that might be your connection issues.
It's really annoying.
I'm going down to the basement.
You know what's another neat thing? Living. So I have to tell my family I'm gonna go do a podcast. Don't use the microwave.
I know. Well, I know, right? People don't get it at all.
But Keri's used to the AOL days that when you on dial-up, when you would be online, and all of a sudden a family member goes to use the phone, picks you up, and disconnects you.
You'd be like, I was talking to Skater Boy 22, you asshole.
God,
we were fucking in love.
I was downloading the Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee sex tape.
I'm sure you were, dude.
It was 5 seconds long from what I could do, and it took 13 hours.
And when you're a 14-year-old boy, 5 seconds long is long.
Yeah, I think even at that point in my life, I didn't even know what I was doing. So it was just, I'm oddly fascinated by this, but I don't know why. And I think it's Tommy Lee's huge dick. But I found this, a fucking Discman.
Oh,
that's so funny. I swear to God, if you had me, my first guess for what that was a Geiger counter. That's what I thought that was. When I pulled it up, it looked like a Geiger counter. Like where that detects
Geiger
radiation.
counter.
I thought you should have had me guess because there would have been a bunch of guesses before disc player. That's so funny. I didn't know there was a disc player at all.
I didn't know that was going to come up in tonight's game. All right, okay. While we still have you, President, I want to read your dude. I wish you were fucking what's that fucking show on ESPN?
The sports.
Yeah, it's a sports show. It's a sports talk show.
I don't know either.
It's outside the lines or something like that. But they always have one guy with a chalkboard behind him, and every day something different. Now I want you every day you to be on here with that saying something different.
Oh, what does it say?
My roommate bought this game. It's like called Catch a Murderer or something like that. And those are the clues that I was writing down for us to figure out.
You just have murder clues like on your blackboard for like if someone comes.
Yeah, that's just my general vibe in life. Is
someone comes in and thinks you're like plotting a murder. They don't know it's a game.
DJ Mateo still has his Walkman. I still have a Walkman somewhere.
I didn't have a Walkman for long because iPods came out when I was a teenager, and that was like the thing to have was an iPod.
Same year as 9/11.
Plus, Walkmans, I remember like my sister gave me hers later on, and people were like, what the fuck is that? Can't fit them in anything. I know that's a common joke, but you can't fit them in your pocket. You can't fit them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was amazing. It was phenomenal. All right. So next question is what actually no, we didn't get to the other question. Was what do you eat that you secretly love? Keri never answered because you froze like this.
I'm not frozen.
No, you're not frozen. You're not frozen. But you froze.
Driving me nuts. It's so bright. I'm not in the mood to be
froze like this though.
Something like that I don't know. I'm pretty picky with food. I mean, I definitely go through Taco Bell fits where like it's like I'm eating it all the time.
That counts.
Yeah.
That is one grade above dog food. That counts.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. But when I was in the city all the time, pre-quarantine, I was working and then going to a ton of open mics, and I was broke and I was so hungry all the time. I was like, the Taco Bell cantinas have White Claws, so I would buy a White Claw at a corner store and then pretend that I bought it at the Taco Bell and drink it in the White Claw, which I think is the pivotal moment of any comedian is secretly low-key alcohol in a Taco Bell.
Yeah,
right.
That's correct.
Smuggling alcohol into a fast food restaurant.
Right, and I actually
in fairness, though, Chipotle's in New York have beer. So.
Yes, but they're $7 a beer.
That's true. But if I'm eating
Chipotle, beer is $7 in New York.
Yeah, that's New York. Buy it at the corner store and smuggle it in.
Yeah, valid point.
Actually, I go to Chipotle a lot too when I'm busy. If I'm not busy, I eat pretty well. But when I'm busy, I eat really, really bad. It's trash.
Part of Hawaiian. I married a Hawaiian. Spam is the bomb. Yeah, spam is gross.
I had spam the first time yesterday.
Dude, I don't think my mom was giving it. I'll never forget. This was like, I don't know, 4th grade or something. My mom offered like this kid, like his parents never showed up to pick him up. And so she was like, do you want to ride home? So we're giving him a ride home. And he pulls out a spam sandwich like out of his backpack. And my mom made him throw the sandwich out the window. So she's like, I'm going to drive you home, but that's a deal breaker. Like, get rid of it.
Like, you deserve better, child.
No, just not like, it's just spam is fucking, it's like cat food. It smells bad. Spam, like eat bologna or something. Don't eat spam.
Dude, there was this by my old apartment. There used to be like this Chinese restaurant that I know is shifty. I fucking ate there all the time, and I was like, "This is like I bet there is definitely like that was definitely cat or something like that." Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's not about how much it costs. Like just eat Cheetos. Then they're cheap.
But it was right there though. It was right there. Like it was. It's probably closer than my mailbox is right now.
Yeah, that's
so.
Okay. I remember I was eating at a Chinese food store. It was the last open mic before everything shut down, and it was really shifty in there. Everyone who came in was acting real weird. It was really interesting. People are. I can't
remember. I think it was Colin Quinn did a bit about that. It was like that's like you've never gotten terrible service at a Chinese restaurant. They're just not polite to you. But it's never like the food's just there. The guy's just like, "What do you want?" Like he leaves. He doesn't like, "Hi, I'm Debbie." Like he never says that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how you know a place is really good, by the way, if they are not nice to you.
Yeah, if they know, if like they have the credibility to not give a shit about you.
Yeah, to not give a shit. There's a sub shop that I love. I love it in Atlantic City. It's the White House in Atlantic City. If you ever fucking give that a try, go down. Like you walk in, they're just like, "Yeah, what do you want?" And they're like, "Can I get let me get a roast beef." "We don't have roast beef." What do you want?" Let's go. And then like fucking like, "Oh, let me get oil and vinegar and mayo." "No mayo and only oil."
They only have oil, not vinegar. That's a weird world.
Yeah.
That's when I'll just.
What's the craziest thing you've done during the quarantine?
The craziest thing I don't know.
Yeah, what's the weirdest thing? It's not so much the craziest, just the weirdest.
First of
Like I
all,
would say,
all my
ahead.
questions are much harder to answer now because I'm not in the basement. I'm sitting next to my 2 roommates. So I don't
what's
even
the weirdest
to
thing
hear my fucking answers. What were you gonna say?
Be funny, like, oh, I stole change from my roommates.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just kidding.
rob them.
But they're 2 guys and I'm a girl, so like it's.
Wow.
She didn't. Those are punching sounds. You
Yes,
scoundrel.
that way. You scoundrel. Well, look like
Craziest
that.
thing.
I'm a big.
Well, I think we're both struggling with an answer. Can you tell us, Dan, what your
Yeah, I need help.
Well, dude, I did the I
sit in the fucking
recorded a
bathroom.
full show tune by myself,
You what?
and then I recorded a full show tune by myself, and I did 2 different parts. Is that I played guitar on one, and then for one thing, and then I sang on the other, and then I blended them together because I had the time to do it. I did that last night, and it was awful. And so that's one.
Oh, it didn't come out good? But it was fun, or was it stressful?
No, it was a little bit of both, but it was fun. I liked it. But I think I could actually do it if I could actually just wail and really do it. Like I have to do it at like 3 p.m.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Not 3 a.m. and not 3 a.m.
Right.
The weirdest thing I found doing is that when I walk down the street listening to music, I've discovered that I now change my walk depending on what I'm listening to, as if everyone else could hear it.
Right.
I like
so
that.
I'm like fucking like.
Oh, you can't tell by the way
I use my walk.
Kinda,
when I take 2 pieces of pizza, put them on top of each other.
You're just kind of dancing. I would love to see that. You just kind of like strolling. You're just like having a fun, like just moseying on down.
I'm a hard driving man, baby.
I thought of mine. Okay,
go ahead.
As you know, Dan, I've been making some sketches, and my first sketch, first of all, was about how much my roommates suck, and I was like recording it.
So you already knew what it was. You knew what the answer is.
Well, what happened was they pissed me off so bad. I was like, if I don't put this into comedy, I will murder them slowly. So, and then I decided that I was going to do a musical. It's actually a plot. I'm not trying to solve a murder.
It's Moida.
Moida, you hear? Moida. So then I decided to do like a newscast thing, and I actually asked one of my roommates to borrow his suit, put on his suit, did my makeup to look like a dude.
I saw this.
But dude, I did it outside, and when I was doing it, I was like, this is like, I always thought, I see a lot of comedians that like doing some ballsy shit, and I'm like, would I be able to do that? Just be outside dressed in drag in a suit, talking to myself on a camera, and it was really weird. A lot of people were passing. It was right when quarantine got announced too, and they were like, what the fuck is it? I had a bright pink selfie stick dressed in male drag, and that was pretty crazy. I think I was like losing my mind a little bit.
Yeah, that's up there. I believe that counts. I was actually gonna do something very similar when I saw that I was like, I was gonna make my own news broadcast.
Yeah.
Which actually inevitably turned into this. It was just the news broadcaster was at the end of his rope. He was ready to just kill himself.
That was good time.
Thank you. Well, that's what I do. I gotta. And I was gonna start doing the broadcast and slowly and my tie would get lower and lower every broadcast and my shirt would open up more and more and just read it because on this thing that we're on now I could do graphics and stuff, so I could put in the top right corner I could put up a picture of something like I did with the Spider-Man, and but I was so close to doing that and then not shaving once a week and then just have it grow back so it constantly looks like I've just given up. And I was so close to doing that, and I didn't.
I was thinking something similar.
Yeah.
When you DM me on Instant Messenger, wow. First of all, the gin and tonics have hit. Second of all, we're talking 90s a lot.
Get in.
AOL. When you aimed her.
When you aimed her. Now, see, the thing about aim is, and this is interesting, you probably don't know this, is you didn't AIM people, you instant message them on AIM because AIM stands for
AOL Instant
AOL
Messenger.
Instant Messenger.
oh yeah,
AOL.
I had AIM, yeah. I asked out the first person I've ever asked out on a date was on AIM.
yeah.
What happened? Dude, it's so funny. I asked this girl out. It was, I don't know, like however young, like young enough that like our parents we were gonna go to the movies. So our parents were gonna drive us to the movie theater. And it was gonna be me, this girl, and then a couple who were boyfriend and girlfriend already. So I asked her, do you want to go to the movies with me? I had already set it up with the other two people, like, come with us. I'll take the girl. I wanted to ask her out. And I show up at the movie theater. Keep in mind, my mom had to drop me off and then drove away.
Yeah.
And they just never came. Like, no one showed up.
No.
And I had to message everyone. I was like, where are you guys? And no one answered me for like 3 hours. So I just had to call my mom and have her come like pick me back up from my date at the movie theater like after 15 minutes.
Oh.
And then I turned gay. That's why.
That's what did it.
Because I can't trust women.
Tell me those bitches' names. Tell me their fucking names. I will find them. That's so rude.
Maddie. It was Maddie something.
I'm gonna put it on the murder board real quick.
Can you remember? Keri might remember this. We're going back. This is again the 90s. This is a very 90s statement. I have two things to mention, but one is when you were when you went to the mall or something, did you ever call your parents 1-800-COLLECT? And when they were like, state your name, and like you'd be like, hey mom, it's Dan, and I'm at the movies. Can you come pick me up?
Oh, definitely. Especially when your parents are getting a divorce and you're not sure where the money's going.
Oh.
You're like, Mom, please. This one's
hey,
real.
Mom, please come pick me up. Come pick me up. Mom, pick me up. I'm at the movies. And then she'd be like, do you accept the charges? And she'd be like, no. And then all of a sudden,
charges.
Access denied.
Yes, that was wicked smart. It was wicked smart in my mind.
Very smart indeed.
Smart kid.
It's smart.
The other one, there was. Do you remember? There was Microsoft Messenger too. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, so this is like I had a Gateway 2000, which was
okay, that's familiar. Was there a cow involved in that?
Yeah, the whole store looked like different cow prints, and it was awful.
Like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they really tried to be the first Apple, and they really.
It was really Chick-fil-A before Chick-fil-A. Think about it.
Correct. But they had this one like messaging program that to this day was the coolest thing I've ever seen, where you're your own comic book character speaking to people, and I was always this French dude with a beret and a cigarette.
Yes.
And like a fucking beatnik goatee, and I would always talk to, and I would just troll people and like be an asshole. And I wish to God that still existed.
OG troll.
Just strangers, complete strangers. I had no idea who they were, and I would just talk mad shit. I got kicked off AOL a few times.
You're like an original troll.
Yeah. You just had a little
troll. Little do they know that I was just an 11-year-old kid during a blizzard.
You should get a plaque for that. Some sort of acknowledgement.
I gotta call Bill Gates. I'll get in touch. It's none of your guys' concern. Don't worry about it. Okay, and then the final question is: name someone from history you wish you could follow on Twitter.
Someone from history you wish you could follow on Twitter.
Well,
I mean, the go-to would be like Hitler, because that's crazy.
No,
I mean Hitler on Twitter. If Hitler was in jail, if you put Hitler in jail.
Okay, yeah, but Hitler right before the Nuremberg trial.
Like Hitler's living a horrible life in jail.
Yeah, he's at
you
raw
just
waste.
Get to hear like his tweets about things. That'd be kind of fun.
I would, dude, it'd be so crazy. Like Charles Manson's a great answer for this. Like because it's so crazy.
Yeah, OJ's on Twitter. That's kind of fun.
I know.
Hey, Twitter world. That'd be funny of Hitler. Hello, Twitter world.
Hello, Twitter
What is happening, Twitter world?
Why won't my keyboard work? I know why. The Jews.
I don't know. Who would I like on Twitter?
I've found myself always leaning towards like a serial killer because it's just like crazy.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
You're just like, what are you
on Twitter? I don't really know what Twitter. I mean, I get the idea of the question, but that's why I can't really.
My idea would be to have Jeffrey Dahmer on Twitter. but not Instagram, but and like showing pictures of his meals and shit.
Right, take pictures of your food.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like, for some reason, I'm thinking of Miss Piggy. Like, I feel like if she had a Twitter, I would follow it. I'd be like, this
That's
shady
a
bitch.
great
I'm gonna allow it. I'm gonna allow it. Like the fictional characters don't count, but I will allow it. I kind of want to follow both Bert and Ernie.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
I want to know the status of the relationship. Hardcore.
Yeah, it's like what this guy keeps eating cookies in the bed.
Exactly.
When you just, I would, you know what, like on Twitter, I'd like just some, like, if it's from history, let's go back, like, I don't know, pick a thing, 500 years. Pick a guy, doesn't matter who, and just put random guy on Twitter.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
what
I
I'm
want to
thinking.
hear everything that someone from, like, the 1500s has to say about Lizzo. Like,
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Your basic ass Twitter account, like how people now like are like, oh, this thing I just ate is great.
Yeah.
Like, what are they talking about? I want to know the basic ass person from 500.
So this
What the
happened in
virus,
the French
bro?
Revolution.
Right.
What the
they
fuck
did
is a virus, bro?
Ooh,
I
they
don't
created
even
this
know.
thing called shoelaces. It makes things so much easier. You know, like, stuff like
That feeling when
What
the
are
king,
shoes,
like,
bro?
cuts off all your family's head. Like,
Yeah.
that
love that
feeling.
idea.
Just like shitty Twitter memes. Like, have you seen the new, like, the fucking, did you grow up, insert a thing, or are you normal? That's a new thing on Twitter. Everyone's doing that. Like, did you grow up, I don't know, in Catholic school, or are you normal? Like, everyone's
I did go to
that.
Catholic.
You did?
I
hope I
did.
died.
In my high school.
Did it work?
An all boys Catholic high school. No, it didn't work. I fucking hated it, man.
Oh, well, then it worked.
Actually, one of my teachers were on here. It's like she was watching the show before. I don't know if she still is, but
You had
she
a
was
Catholic
watching.
teacher who's watching your podcast. Wow, she must have. She retroactively must be giving you Fs for a lot of stuff. If she's
So,
you're like the least Catholic person I've ever met in my
you know
entire
what?
life.
I don't. She might as well give me an F because I don't give a fuck.
Oh shit! Wait for it.
Yeah, wait for it. I wasn't gonna applaud my own joke until you fucking prompted me.
No, I dug it.
I was expecting the gunshot because it was like shots fired, but you know,
Shots fired. No,
we're
I
not
fucking
in sync.
Oh, wow. Catholics.
No. Yeah.
Listen.
Okay. Well, that was the Big Ten. Go ahead. You can go.
No. Fuck the fucking sound effect. This is purely technical. I switched locations, so I just want to plug in my computer real quick. Give me 2 seconds while you guys keep talking.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Keri, she's a drag, huh?
Yeah, dude. Can we just? I don't want to say like get rid of her, but like, dude, get rid of her.
Love this.
It's not my fault.
This face. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
The yuppies pushed me to the basement. I can't be around those guys.
Yeah.
Why do you hate your roommates so much? What's wrong? What, spill the beans.
I don't hate them. It's just that it's constant from 9 a.m. till 6:30 p.m. They're on their phone calls, and it's just very yuppie-ish. And I've been raised to hate yuppies. My family's from Brooklyn, and they're all like blue collar workers. And just, Mill
We're in
Basin.
Brooklyn.
Mill
Oh,
Basin.
I'm from Bay Ridge.
They hate yuppies and they hate hipsters, so I have no identity because everyone my age is a yuppie or a hipster, and or a bro.
Right.
It's
Actually,
just
all of those things put together.
they also they both work from home and they set up stations on either side of the shared space. So I can't even sit in the shared space and not be surrounded by their conversations all the time. And then the second they're done with work, they're at the TV playing video games and sharing memes and shit, and it drives me nuts.
Yes, I don't fucking. I built myself a nice little cell in here. Thank you very much.
That's what my downstairs is. That's why I was balling and having a good time down there. But now I feel like constrained in my room. Like, meh.
Wi-Fi. You know, you should have done. You should have opened the door and been like, "Get off the internet. I need it.
Sign off, or I'm gonna tell mom.
I need it." No. I followed Joan of Arc. You know who I'd love to follow if we're talking fictional characters? Jason from Friday the 13th. Like, I just want to hear his
be funny.
take on things. Like,
I
oh, ran out of toilet paper.
That's what he's concerned about.
Dude, I did
Jason from Friday the 13th is just like, dude, walking is so much smarter.
Oh yeah,
Jason just walks by.
just walk. They're gonna trip over something. I know it.
You know what's so funny? Jason, Friday the 13th is the adult version of the tortoise and the hare. Because they all ran away and he just walks up behind him and kills them.
Correct.
Right.
Dude, I used to do this back when.
Not funny at all. I
Back when
lied when I said that would be funny.
no, it would be great. It's perfect. I applaud it.
Thank you. Gunshot. Oh, that was perfect.
Wow,
Oh my
he
god, we
did.
didn't play that.
He did.
They headshot. They had I was what the fuck damn, I got so excited I forgot what we were about to say. Oh, Jason. Oh no, I used to do a Vine every day, and it was called The Daily Joker because I could do Heath Ledger's Joker voice pretty well. And it would just be the Joker doing remedial things around the house. Like he'd go to the bathroom, he's like, I gotta go. And he'd get to the bathroom, there'd be no toilet paper, he'd be like, oh shit. And that would be the end of the video. Or like, oh, why so serious? And do stuff like that. And but it would be like someone stepping onto like a train platform, and he'd being electrocuted, like one of those caution signs. He'd be like, wah! And laughing his ass off. I don't know why.
The Joker doing mundane things is very funny. This traffic needs an enema. It's just very mundane. The Joker with the Joker being one of her roommates, is just kind of on the phone all day, kind of.
Why are you calling me all the time? Get off the phone. You know how I got these calls?
You want to know how I got this rent?
No, I don't. Please don't tell me. Listen, I feel bad that I kept losing connection, so I think I might pee with you guys. How do you feel about that? Should I not?
You asked for consent.
All right, whatever.
I'm asking for your consent. I don't want anything to be.
Yeah, by all means.
That's fine. Do whatever you need.
All right.
Just know Caprio is watching. Be aware of that.
And I'll just mute you.
You can't even tell. No, you don't need to mute me. It's going to be so feminine and quiet, like a woman. So can every male comedian do a Heath Ledger? What?
I'm sorry to cut you off, but can women aim when they pee? Is that a thing?
Can women what?
Aim where you pee?
No, you can with your hips, but not with the vagina. You know what I mean? You can angle.
Okay. You can aim your body, because if you had that, if that was a power,
that doesn't go like this. No. What'd you say?
I was hoping this is a gag, and you stood up the whole time.
That would be fun.
Oh yeah,
all right. We're going to get into the next game, everybody. It only took us an hour and 24 minutes to get to it. Oh, this is going. I love this. I'm having a great time.
This is fun.
I'm having a great time. Yes. All right, so we're going to the interrogation game.
You're going to interrogate me on the toilet? I think that's very un-American.
I'm going to go first.
I want my lawyer.
Interrogation. This is the interrogation game. The game is simple. We each say a statement about ourselves,
right,
and we try to it could be true, could be a lie, and then the other two people have 2 minutes to interrogate them and guess if they are lying or not. I will go first as the host of the show, and since I'm such a goddamn gentleman, and to let you guys know how it goes. Okay?
All right.
The 2 minutes will start right after I finish my statement. When I was a kid, I got lost in the Empire State Building because I loved King Kong and tried to climb to the top of the Empire State Building.
I believe you. You are that dumb. We don't need to do this.
Wait, has the time started?
Time started, yes.
All right. How did you sneak past? How did your family lose you, and how did you sneak past security?
I was with my uncle, and I just ran away from him.
Around what year was it?
Onto an elevator.
So wait, where did you get? So you were inside the Empire State Building and then got lost trying to go up it?
Yes.
How long were you waiting in line?
I wasn't. I just ran onto an elevator.
Okay, wait. So
Was there a line?
I don't remember.
Sounds fishy.
what floor did you run onto the elevator from? Was it the first floor?
I actually, because I'm an idiot, I was on the observation deck already, and I went down.
So
Okay.
you were
you
trying
had,
to be king.
I was trying to be king.
You had gone up to the observation deck with your family?
Yes, I was actually holding my uncle's hand, and I let go of it and ran.
When did you run? When you were on the observation desk? And who else was with you from your family?
It was my mom. My mom was literally about to burst pregnant, and my dad and my brother, my older brother.
How old were you at the time?
3.
How did they find you?
This woman in a red blazer found me and noticed that I was a child by myself and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I ran from her and hit her and ran away because I thought she was trying to steal me. And
If you're only 3, how do you remember this?
Yeah, how do you remember the color of the blazer?
Because it was very traumatic.
All right. How did you find your parents? What room were you in? What did the room look like?
I ended up getting. It was a big red room. It was like red carpets everywhere, and like the walls were like that, like movie theater felt carpet.
Mhm.
And they. Am I at the timer?
I don't
And my father was looking. He was looking for me, so they were like, "Yeah, we do have a child here," and they waited for me to say, "Hey, what's up?" Okay, you guys guess.
I believe you.
I think it's a believable story, but I don't believe you.
It's true. It's 100% happened.
Oh,
100% true.
congratulations, sir.
Thank you. It was actually 3 days before my younger brother was born.
Aw.
How long were you gone? Like how big of a panic
like
was
2
it?
hours. And then,
so your family was horrified. Your family
they
was
were
like
terrified.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I read the first thing my dad did. Like we got on the elevator. Like he got me and put me on the elevator with him. He's like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay? Everything okay?" And then I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. Everything's fine." And he was like, "Okay, don't you ever do that again."
Yeah. Dude, there is a threshold to running away. If you disappear for like a half hour, that's fine. I've gone on half-hour long walks where they're like, "Nah." But one time when I was like, I don't remember how old I was. It was probably like right around like 8th grade-ish, like just kind of a dumb 12-year-old. And I was like, I'm gonna run away. And so I made it like probably like 3 hours down the road and then walked back. And fucking my when there's a potential that you're actually like, oh, it's been long enough that he's probably dead.
Yeah.
There's like an extra level of anger when you come back.
He cracked me dead in the face after that.
Yeah.
And I was like, and looking back, I'm like, yeah, I totally get it.
Wow, when you were 3 and he hit you, that's actually kind of fucked up.
Dude, well, he was fucking. First of all, he was getting it on all sides. He was terrified, and then my mom was terrified, and they're like, "You need to find him," and blah 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 blah. And then his favorite joke to make out of that is that it's like, "Well, if we lost him, we had another kid coming in 3 days." So,
right, no harm, no foul.
Yeah. All right, Devin, you go next.
Okay. The fact about me is that from ages 0, like as a baby, to 4, I lived in China, and then I only came here later after that.
So do you know the good secrets about Chinese
Beginning
food?
of life.
Oh no, this is the worst time possible for you to do this. You're lagging up. Oh, you're good now.
Oh, am I good?
Not working.
Yeah, you're good now.
All right, so you're supposed to question me now?
Okay, so where in China?
Hong Kong, because my dad worked for a company that it was in Hong Kong. I don't know exactly. I was like really little. Like, I don't remember much of the specifics. It was in like big companies will like buy like a whole building to house their employees in. We lived in one of those.
Do you remember it?
Very, very like you have like little memories from being a little kid. Like I remember waking up on my 3rd birthday, and I remember being in my room in that apartment.
Okay. Do you remember the food at all that you liked?
Not even it's like pretty Americanized, European-y. Like Hong Kong is like where business kind of is. So it's not like I was eating like ridiculously exotic things, especially as like a little kid. It was mostly like chicken fingers.
Was this back when Britain owned Hong Kong?
I don't even know whatever the history of that is. Yeah, I think so, right? Because they only gave it back in like 2008. So yeah.
Okay.
How old were you?
Little. It was from ages like as a baby. Like I was born in America, and then we went there for my dad's work.
Okay, that was my dad.
We stayed there till I was 4, and then we came back.
Wait, so you guys are picking things when you're 3. You don't even really remember the details. How am I supposed to ask you questions?
That's the beauty of it.
I don't know.
You can say deniability that you're like, I don't know.
Huh. Okay.
And I had surprisingly a lot of details for.
I think I'm relatively detailed. I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
Funny, you don't look Asian.
That's funny.
Do you remember the plane ride? What was that like?
That's a perfect way to end the time.
It's 2 minutes.
I do remember being on the plane and thinking that clouds were cool.
Keri, you go first. I'm going to think on this for a second.
I really don't know at all, but I'm just going to say... At all. Yeah, it's true.
I'm going to say it's true, too.
Yeah, no, I made that up.
Really?
Not even sort of.
You're good, you. And you said you never saw The Wire. You're perfect.
I wanted to see if I could pull off a lie like that.
Yeah.
It was very powerful. I'm going to lie to every significant other I have moving forward.
Oh, great. We're breeding liars.
I'm just high off that power.
Just glad to be on the team, though. All right. Keri, you go.
All right, ready? Okay. I hooked up with a monk.
A monk?
A monk.
What kind of monk?
All right.
Did you start the time?
Yes, time started.
A Buddhist monk. Zen Buddhist.
Bald?
Was he like a monk in like a temple?
Hold on. Time out. Bald here and here?
I don't know about down there because I didn't get a close view.
How far did you get with this Buddhist monk?
What chakra did you achieve?
Well, I did go down on him, but it was dark, and that was as far as we went. I guess there's some hair. That's something I don't notice that much. I don't know why other people talk about guys shaving. I don't notice that much if guys shave or not. So I don't know what I mean by bald down there.
Did you reach nirvana?
No, it was It wasn't worth it. It was not worth the stress.
Was he wearing the robes at all?
No, this was when you're done with your day, you go home and you put on like your housewear and you stay in your separate little areas.
That's not the housewear?
The robes? Well, like I mean, like when you're home and you're going to sleep.
Yeah, like home.
You like read your book or do your homework.
Was he violating some kind of monk code to do this with you? Was that like
he wasn't violating a monk code, but he was violating like when you stay at this establishment, you're not supposed to start affairs unless you leave the community for a year. Then if you have a steady relationship, you're allowed to come back to the community.
Oh, I don't know. Tim Lowe just joined us. Tim, we were talking a bunch of good stuff about you.
Just all really great things. You would have felt flattered.
It was actually. It was very complimentary. But
I missed it.
Any facial hair to this fella?
Like not really, but sometimes like a light shave.
Where'd you meet this monk?
At a monastery.
Where?
In the Catskills of New York.
Why were you there?
Wait.
Because I was studying there.
You were studying there for what? Studying what? Like college?
The Borscht Belt. You met him at the
monastery, and I spent a month in August studying Zen Buddhism at a monastery.
How old were you?
Monk. Or should I say this?
I don't buy this. I think this is a lie.
Just to be contrarian, I'm going to say it's true.
I think it was a very good lie.
I did not hook up with the monk, but he did hit on me a lot.
But did you flirt back with the monk?
No, I had to report him. He kept hitting on me even when I asked him to stop.
Oh my god! That's a better story. That you got like assaulted.
Yeah, that
by
is a better
I got
story.
sexually
You're like
assaulted by a monk.
harassed by a monk.
But the monastery
Actually,
I mentioned in the Catskills is not the monastery where the gentleman was basically assaulting me. That was in South Jersey. Yeah, the gentleman.
Could you imagine this is your life?
Wait, but I did hook up with someone at the monastery.
What was it? Scorpion from
It wasn't a
Florida?
monk though. It was just another practitioner who was there for a month, like me.
But was it monk code? Monk code. It wasn't.
It wasn't a monk. It was just a regular dude that was practicing there. But it
Okay.
was against what we were supposed to be doing. It was rebellious. They had to talk to us. It was crazy.
How old were you?
Girl, you be all fucking up the monastery.
Yeah, I was a fucking train wreck at the monastery. I think I was 20, 21. I don't remember. And during the summer, I was like, I'm going to study Zen Buddhism. My friends were like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'll be back. And all summer, I went and studied at this monastery and came back. I was like, give a guy a blowjob in an A-frame. That's what I learned.
That's great.
So Zen.
Yeah, I bet you felt very zen though. Like you
So
achieved inner peace through that.
Nah, dude,
Yeah.
the hookup was really ridiculous. I made me
That
realize.
cum was nirvana.
Huh?
That cum was nirvana.
No, but the monastery, honestly, the monastery was awesome. The meditation was really helpful. I couldn't focus, and like it was one of those self-sabotaging things when you're actually learning something, you go and you hook up with someone or something like that.
I see. Guys, I'm right here. I just got to run over here real fast. I'm sorry.
Just
Go
jerk
run.
off the bonsai
I'm still
tree.
here. I could hear you.
He's about to go jerk off about my monastery story. Wow, that monk.
That's
The
a
monk story
specific
really did it.
fantasy to be into monks. That's a
thought it'd
tall
be-
order.
I thought it'd be great to write a horror story about you go to a monastery to study and the monk won't stop hitting on you and then you have to try to escape, like a genuinely horrifying story.
Wait,
If
are
That
you
is
reading my
bizarre.
diary?
That is kind of like very, very, very gross.
super
like-
gross.
Like there's something very like just ill about that.
Super gross. Any religious figure that takes advantage of their power at all is gross.
Yeah.
But especially if you're living there, that's really weird. And I used
What
to
was the context of you studying Zen Buddhism? Like, was it for college?
No, I just was really interested in the scriptures and stuff. I thought it was fascinating. I was also in acting school at the same time. Acting and spirituality tend to get really entwined. The monastery I studied at in the Catskills was very interesting and structured and well known. And then I went to like a smaller one in southern Jersey that didn't have an affiliation. And the more I stayed there, the sketchier it got. And I was like, wow, this is how cults start. Like I was like, oh wow, this is how cults start. Because you just believe the leader. And even
Right.
myself, I was like, is he hitting on me too much, or am I just because he was
Right, is this part of it? That's
meditation.
Keri, if you have to ask that question, the answer is yes.
I know, but I was also 20, and you have to get assaulted a few times till you realize what it is.
yeah.
That's the women's journey.
That's fucking.
Is he changing?
Sorry about that, guys.
I don't know. What was that?
What?
What were you up to? That.
No, don't worry about it.
He shat himself.
What?
Nothing.
No, continue.
I said you shat yourself.
Yes, I shat myself.
Is
my
that
fucking-
a shot of Frank Sinatra?
Yes, like of Frank Sinatra's mugshot.
Wow, he's never looked cuter to me. I really like Bad Boys.
My dude, Francis Albert Sinatra. So that was the interrogation game, everybody.
Technically, you won.
Why? Because you both thought I was lying?
No, not you.
I won.
Yeah, didn't you both?
I don't remember.
I guess I
honestly don't
got away
remember
with my
that.
lie. So
Oh no, Dan won.
I don't think there's any winners to this.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't think that anyone here has won during any of this. I just don't.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you guys random questions.
Okay.
Hope you're up for that.
By the way, hang on. Fuck
Is there
Caprio.
chocolate?
How dare you? I was an adorable baby.
So much time on my hands. Nope, and it didn't work either.
Questions?
Questions.
Right, and then I like to follow that up with.
All
All right.
What?
So question number 1.
I'm so thirsty.
What's the greatest American band?
American.
band. The Monkees.
When I say this question, you can't say fucking like Bob Dylan because that's not a band. That's Bob Dylan. Or you can't say like Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band because.
Well, you can say that.
That is literally a band.
Yeah, you can say that.
Well,
I don't know. My favorite bands are.
I can't hear you either. Oh my god, I lost both of you.
You can't hear us?
No, it's me.
We can hear each other.
No, it's my fucking thing.
The
Sorry.
greatest American band.
Off these headsets.
I think is the band from America.
Some of them are from Canada. Actually, the band. That's Levon Helm right there.
Okay, yeah, the band's a pretty good band if they're all American.
love the band.
Yeah, there's some Canadian.
No, Robbie Robertson's from Canadian.
It's from Canadian.
He's Canadian. He's a Canuck.
It's an American band, so I would put that out there. The Eagles are American, right? I'd say the Eagles are pretty good.
Oh yeah, the Eagles.
I'd have to say
like old school.
That's not my favorite band, but if I had to think of American bands,
Greatest American. I have no. I'm not a band. Like I.
Yeah, my favorite band is like the Rolling Stones. Obviously, they're not American.
They're not American. Yeah.
I heard the Beatles are American.
Yeah, exactly. Ringo did it.
I'm from Liverpool.
Lincoln Park, brah. That's it.
Lincoln Park. Dude,
Blink 182.
imagine that's the answer.
Yeah, that is. God wrote it. It's Lincoln Park.
God wrote it. We're on a mission from God.
Yeah.
Gad.
And then God gave us Lincoln Park.
Then God gave us Lincoln Park. Dude, there was some website, some Instagram account I followed that used to be just like hot pics and stuff like that. And then Zack Attack or Scrantonicity.
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
I think that actually might be a great answer, but
Yeah,
they weren't around very long. They were only around for like 6 years.
Creedence Clearwater Revival. That sounds like a porn parody.
You know, Devin, have you ever seen Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
When he's going to war, like don't.
Oh yeah, they were really.
That's
good.
creepy.
Okay.
I'm sure some people were expecting
weird name.
Nerd or Led Zeppelin.
Guns N' Roses might be up there too.
Yeah.
I think one of the fucking answers might be fucking I hate to say it, fuck Grateful Dead though. Or Aerosmith.
I never got.
Kiss was another one that was very popular. That's American. I don't know if you want to call it the greatest, but it is. I guess it mattered.
Are they American?
I don't know. I don't. You understand this question? Like
Oh yeah.
I got. I'm trying to contribute here, folks. I'm doing my best.
Same.
Okay, then we'll go to the next question, guys. It's not a big deal. We're moving on. That's what we do in quarantine. We just move on.
Are you making a drink? I want a drink.
Yep, sure did.
What are y'all drinking?
I'm gonna have another gin and tonic. You want to come with me?
It's a John Daly,
I'm drinking water.
which is an Arnold Palmer with
Yeah, I
booze.
can do a water too.
Yeah. I can't do anything tonight. Last 2 days were edible days. I gotta take it easy for the rest of the week.
Dude, that's one thing I haven't done throughout this entire thing is I haven't smoked.
I bought a shit ton of edibles.
Smoked? No. If you smoke right now, that's like particularly dumb.
Why? Oh, because you're
Lungs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever. But I'm not going near anyone with. I don't have coronavirus. If I were smoking with coronavirus, then I would agree with you. But I don't, and I don't.
My dad had coronavirus, and he said, "Just gotta finish these last 2 cigarettes, and I promise I'll stop." And I'm like, "Oh my god, 2 more, and you might be dead."
No, your father is a goddamn gentleman.
Yeah, that's a man.
He's a savage
That's
for sure.
He's not letting that punk ass virus dictate how he. I love that.
Okay,
Old school men are the best with shit like that.
Yeah.
Like my dad literally.
Rudy Costa from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Fuck this virus.
I had no idea you were
Fuck
from
this
Brooklyn.
virus.
That's good. It's good to know. I'm from Brooklyn, so that's good.
Oh, there you go.
BK, baby. BK all day.
I'm so not from Brooklyn. Like
I know you are.
That's why you've never seen The Sopranos or Goodfellas.
Well,
That is-
Sopranos is Jersey.
Yep.
That's why I asked.
What is Jersey? Yeah, but I
Sopranos is Jersey. Actually, technically, Goodfellas is Queens too.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's like a thing. He's Italian from Brooklyn. He likes all those movies. What are you gonna do?
Ping, pow, boom. I wish I was big just once.
You wish you were what? What was
I
that?
wish I was big just once.
Is that Big?
It was Big.
Is that Big from the movie Big?
No, it's Joe Pesci and Goodfellas.
Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry.
I look at this fucking cocksucker looking back at me. I'm like, Bing, what the fuck are you doing here? I thought I told you to go fuck your mother. Ping, pow, boom. Wish I was big just once.
Hey, you don't fuck mothers. We all know that. You don't fuck mothers. Fathers, you can fuck.
You motherfucker. That dude, talk about that's an impression that I lost the ability to do. I used to be able to do a very good Joe Pesci impression, and I just lost the ability to do it. I don't know how to do it anymore. And also like Barney Gumble from The Simpsons. I used to be able to do him very well, and I can't do it anymore.
I've never really practiced impressions. Like,
well, I have a lot of time on my hands. Even
yeah, I'm not in it. My voice has like a particular awfulness to it. It's hard for it to imitate other voices.
The one I could do the Joker on command pretty easily, and I could do Hank Hill from King of the Hill. That is like, but it's basically just Anderson from Beavis and Butthead, which is, "Are you two boys been whacking off in my trailer?"
I've only seen that show a few times.
Which one?
King of the Hill.
Yeah, King of the Hill can suck my dick, but fucking Beavis and Butthead was the shit.
My most recent cartoon I got into was Bob's Burgers.
Oh, dude, I fucking love Bob's Burgers.
Such a good show.
Bob's Burgers is so good.
Let's watch Bob's Burgers and just do commentary, pretend our opinions matter.
We could do that.
Sure. We'll have a live.
What else am I doing? That's actually the background of my phone is Bob's Burgers.
Cute.
And it's Bob. It's actually Bob on the toilet going like, "No," and as Louise is taking the picture of him.
Oh, Louise.
Yeah.
Louise and Bob's relationship is my favorite thing in the world.
It's the best. It's the best thing
because they're both so similar yet so different. It's my favorite thing.
He's scared of her. The fucking funniest thing though is the mom. The mom in Bob's Burgers. Hi, the baby. Hi, baby.
Oh yeah. That dude.
I get it.
We all went into it.
That dude's right from where I am. Right where I am right now. He's from Edison. Yeah, he's from Edison.
Pass the cranberry sauce. We're having mashed potatoes.
Oh, the turkey nuts great. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being there. Thank you for loving me.
The whole world's
thanking. Everybody's thanking you for thanking us for thanking you. Kill the turkey. I send that along with the Addams Family Values clip to my brother every Thanksgiving. The camp play, like happy Turkey Day.
Don't know it.
Oh,
lost me on that one, Daniel.
It's so good. It's amazing. And those of you who don't know that, you want to Google that right now. Addams Family Values Turkey Day.
I'm too scared to do anything with my computer.
No, yes, well, don't touch your goddamn computer, okay? Don't you goddamn.
It actually, the second time, it actually died, which really pisses me off because it's my fault.
Okay, what's the sexiest name you've ever heard? Sexiest name you can imagine is the answer.
Imagine?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Sexiest name I could imagine?
That you're like, ooh.
Well, I'm thinking of a name, but it's just a name of a person I wanted to fuck. Like the name has
I think that works, no?
Yes,
it's just the name of like a. Do you know what I mean? Like Jackson?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just wanted to fuck a guy named Jackson. Like it has nothing to do with anything.
Hey, my nephew's name is Jackson.
That's not the name.
Hey, hook him up.
I mean, he's less than a year old, but maybe.
I love this name. I think it's sexy, but I also kind of want to name my kid it, so I'm trying to like separate the thoughts. Elijah. I think that's like a really hot name.
What about Alicia?
No. Alicia?
Elijah and Alicia.
That sounds fucked
Well,
up.
the woman would be Eliza.
Biblical baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elijah. I like the "ja" at the end.
I think I gotta go as a '90s kid that I am as Pamela.
Okay.
That makes the most sense for me.
I feel like it depends on what you like in like attraction towards other people anyway. Like to me, I like someone who is confident, a little bit smart, and maybe kind of a bookworm low key. So like Elijah sounds like some dude that's like smart and like possibly.
Are you reading my diary? Because you're fucking.
Shut the fuck up. But Pamela sounds like big titties and blonde hair. No matter what, it's always gonna sound.
That's why I said immediately. But as soon as I hear Pamela, I'm like, "What's up?"
What?
Like, I don't know. It doesn't matter if I've seen that girl or not. Doesn't matter.
I used to date this kid named Champion, and when we were,
Wait.
Oh, that's funny.
Time out.
that
What?
was not in my stand-up yet.
Hold on. I got something for this.
Oh, that's great.
Is you used to date someone named Champion?
Yeah.
Continue.
Oh, the sound effect. I was like, I thought you were about to pull his ass up on this chat. Like, this is my boy, Champion. I'm like, no.
What did I need to know everything about Champion. Like, what was
I wish I could tell you his
Give me
full
the
name.
skinny on Champion.
I wish I could give you the full name too, because it's a really good name. But what I was gonna say is when we would have sex, if I was really into it, saying champ, like at first it was really creepy because I used to be like, instead of saying like, yo, what's up, kid? Sometimes I'd say, hey, champ, what's going on? Like
What's up,
in
champ?
general. But then when we started having sex, and I would be like, champ, it like kind of turned kind of sexy because he was the champ in bed.
That's so funny.
Weird. Champ was like 7 years younger than me, and we worked at the same restaurant. We started hooking up, smoking weed. and hooking up.
That's Champion. If you're dating someone named Champion,
so
that's younger than you.
That's so
Champion is a younger person.
Oh,
There's
definitely.
no Champion. You realize there's gonna be he's gonna be like 50, and like some poor girl is gonna have to be like, yeah, that's my dad. Champion. I don't know.
That's dude. If you want me to call you fucking Champion, you better have won a belt. Like you better have knocked an
He
adult
did
out.
take Taekwondo classes or some shit.
No, but I mean, you better be a fucking boxer too. By the way, not even like you have to.
That's so funny. He was in a Taekwondo. Well,
Yeah.
he's not. Like I guarantee you, he's not the
Korean?
best at Taekwondo. So he's not the champion.
Well, I don't know. He's pretty fit and athletic build, but and he's fast too. But the funny part about the Taekwondo thing is
He is. That's why he's the champion.
he was mad younger than me, and he came up to me. He was like, "I'm taking this class, and I'm doing really well with it. I'm gonna be even better in bed now." And I was like, "Oh no!"
Is that what he sounded like? He had that accent. There was a man named Champion who was like, "Yo, I'll tell you, I'm
Champion is the dog's name.
class.
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes,
rug
Frank
it,
Ramos.
dude."
That's 100% correct.
What'd you say? He's what?
Champion is a dog's name.
Yeah, exactly.
Champion
Fucking
is a dog's
dog. You didn't put that together?
Yeah.
That Red Rocket.
Wow, you're fucking dogs, bro.
Red Rockets, bro, all day, bro.
Oh.
Did you just come?
Hold on.
Wow, this is dogs.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
A dog taking Taekwondo is very
What's the
funny to me.
least sexiest name you can imagine? For me now, it's Champion.
Now,
Champion.
in retrospect, champion. In retrospect,
That's so funny.
I'm just kidding. His weed was good. He's a champ of the weed.
Well, I fucking hope so. The other champion of something.
Yeah, you need something to kill your name being Champion. You need to be numb in your brain at all times.
Names
If you're
I hate very white. Like I hate Chad. That's a bad one.
Chad? Chad's a bad one.
I don't know. I went on a date with a guy named Tebow once.
Tebow?
Tebow. Teebo. And I was like, I can't.
Tebow?
I don't know why, but it's just this is not. I don't like any of this.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that either.
Tebow. Just sounds wrong. It doesn't sound,
When I did that gag, did I knock my earphone out of my ear? Yes, I did.
Tebow.
Oh,
Tebow.
that Tebow? Oh,
Yeah. That'd be funny if I meant Tim Tebow. Like I just had dated Tim Tebow and I was like, yeah, I just didn't like it.
Dude, I'm trying to think of like the least sexiest name I could think of.
Well, there's like Caprio in there said Helga earlier.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's an
oh yeah, like Bertha.
Yeah.
That's my
I mean, you could go for like if I went for like, I don't know, Lawrence for a guy or like fucking
Marge would be up there too.
You know what though? I have a friend named Lawrence, and he's so fucking adorable. And he changed my
And
opinion.
Lawrence Fishburne isn't bad.
Yeah, true.
All right, maybe all right. I couldn't think of one. I
Depends
can't
on who
remember.
you meet, because normally I wouldn't like that name.
Okay, here's a question for you. What sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to? I guess badminton.
Quidditch. Oh wait.
Whatever. What is the sport where they have to ski and then shoot guns? Add alcohol to that.
They did. This shooting. Well, fucking. That's how Sonny Bono died.
Yeah, that'd be very funny. Just a crowd of people terrified because they're drunk and shooting guns.
Lawrence Taylor. That's the least sexiest name. Lawrence Taylor. First of all, I will suck Lawrence Taylor's dick on this.
Give me that guy's number. I want LT's number.
Yeah, I would hang out with Lawrence Taylor. That's my favorite person in the world. Dude, like I have a list of people that could never let me down. Like of celebrities that I'd love to meet, that I would be like so like starstruck by, like fucking losing it. Lawrence Taylor is one of them. Mike Tyson is another.
Larry David. Oh, if I met Larry David, I'd lose my mind. I'd start.
Oh yeah. Larry David would be one, but I think I could keep it together for Larry. But all mine are black 80s sports stars. And I realized that I never actually thought it would be. But it's like Darryl Strawberry, Doc Gooden.
Darryl Strawberry, how adorable.
My favorite. Which I highly recommend this.
Where do you think he's going?
I don't know, but it's a piece of Darryl Strawberry memorabilia.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Why didn't I even think of that?
It's
one of the greatest books of all time called How the Bad Guys Won. And it's all about the 86 Mets. Everyone in this book is the biggest piece of shit that's ever lived.
Wait, the Mets won in 86, right?
In 1986, How the Bad Guys Won, that they literally snorted the baselines to get to a victory. And it's phenomenal.
I gotta tell you, watching baseball is awful. Reading a book about baseball sounds like
it's not about baseball, really. It's about them being animals.
Well, the 80s was nuts, dude. And nothing.
The 80s in New York. And can you imagine, dude, like if you're Doc Gooden?
That's what I was just gonna say. Did you see that documentary?
Yes.
What was it called? Do you remember? Because
Doc and Daryl, I think.
Huh?
I think it was called Doc and Daryl. Or something like that.
Doc and Daryl.
That
sounds like a nice gay morning show. It's Doc and Daryl in the morning.
Are you talking about the MLB player who did acid and then hit a no?
Oh no, that's no. That's just no.
Oh no,
that's Doc Ellis. That's Doc Ellis.
Oh, I'm sorry, I confused the different Doc.
Doc Gooden is just from this book. The Bad Guys Won by Rhea Perlman. No, it's not. It's Jeff Perlman, but Rhea Perlman is Carla on Cheers.
Is that the guy who played Hellboy?
No, that's Ron Perlman. Rhea Perlman's Danny DeVito's wife, and also Carla on Cheers. But I was just saying, I knew the last name was Perlman. But Doc Gooden was during the ticker tape parade high in a crack house while the parade was going on. So that tells you what kind of book this is, because it's flames.
Guys, can we talk real quick? What do you think doing crack is like?
Oh,
I've heard good things.
Me too. Let's talk more about it.
I tweeted this. If you want to try a drug, like I picked heroin. Like if I was
heroin would be the one I would try.
But I'm saying, if you were gonna try a drug, now is the perfect time, because you can't just do the drug, do it till it stops being fun, and then you have the whole summer of not being allowed to go to work. Just deal with the problem of getting off the drug, and then you did the drug. You get that experience.
Right, or stay addicted to it. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's...
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to, be a Debbie Downer about, heroin.
Oh, I'm sorry. Debbie's over here.
You want to rain all over my cracked cocaine
parade. No, in all seriousness, I feel like I could try...
in my early 20s, I've definitely done crack, so it was fun.
What was it like?
Interesting.
Very high energy.
And right away, right?
Yes.
I feel like that's what's crazy about it is you smoke it and you're high as fuck.
Have you guys ever done drugs, really?
No, nothing beyond like very. No.
I've done like some coke. Obviously, I dated a guy named Camp.
Same feeling. It's the same idea.
Same idea.
It's just fast.
I didn't like it though.
Then you wouldn't like crack.
Yeah.
And here we are.
I didn't dislike it. I was like, oh, I feel, you know what it is? Just the idea of like, oh, this high was great. Then the next day being like, well, that was a drug. Just that in itself is just like a losing game for me.
And also, it doesn't work out that your dick doesn't really.
Yeah, that's how I lost mine. Too much coke.
That's how you lost your.
You can't get a boner when you're on coke. That must suck for you. Not
your Barbie tits. That's how you lost your Barbie tits on coke.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm a man, right?
Yeah, you're now.
That earlier.
Oh. No, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't make a habit at any of it. But yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
I'm just so interested because it has such a bad name to it, but so many people do it. So I'm just like,
dude, let me tell you something, man. If I ever have a kid, they're not going to get away with anything because I know all of them, like all of the signs for every one of them. Like, it's like, are you on specifically Molly right now?
Like, how'd you know? It's like, well, your eyes.
Like, because I'm me and I've done
a Calvin Harris T-shirt. You're obviously Molly.
Yeah, while you're blasting Outcast on your phone.
Right.
Yes.
No, I'm never gonna do. I can't do any drugs. They'd be. My dad baked cookies yesterday, and he probably baked like I want to say 15 cookies.
Is that a euphemism?
No cookies left. I can't. There's no way I could not handle drugs.
Oh,
I couldn't even pretend to be responsible.
You can handle THC, but you're saying everything else, nah. Have you
there's no way.
Hallucinogens to me, in moderation, are not the same thing as coke or crack.
First of all,
I agree with that. Like mushrooms or something. I've never done that, but I would do something like that. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
This is the oddest presidential stance I'll ever make in my life. Is that I think everyone on the planet should have to do acid at least once.
Mm-hmm.
There, I said. Thank you. I know.
Could you imagine that being forced to do? Because acid. Could you imagine what a forced acid trip would be like? That'd be so horrible.
Like if you're like, I gotta go to work. No, shut up.
You're gonna do it.
No, that would be so bad.
Acid scares me though, because it's like isn't like once you're on acid, like you're not getting away from it. Like this is you for 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. Like I don't know. Like no matter. Like as I've gotten older on stuff like with stuff like that, it's just like you just kind of ignore it. Like whenever something freaky is going on, like in the back of my head, I'm like, it's the drugs, stupid.
But everyone's different, so some people can't not focus on. I microdose. If I do acid, I microdose it. I do it really small. Okay, I'm feeling okay. I'll take a little bit more. Like I'm a pussy about it. I'll take like a quarter of a fucking tab. But I'm telling you, a quarter of a tab, I'll be like, whoa. Everything's good. I've never been.
As you say, am a champion at it. And then I just eat.
I've ruined the word forever.
No, I would take acid and they'd be like, I'm on acid.
Mm-hmm.
Not me. See, that's why I realized as I've gotten older is the less fucks I've given is that I don't get paranoid anymore about anything. That I just like, dude, I will go to a job interview on acid, and I'm dead ass serious. Like I will sit there, and I've done that. Then I'm sitting there like, why is your face melting?
That's so funny. That you realize like this is almost too, but immediately like I don't get paranoid anymore because I have nothing to lose. Like you can't take anything else away.
Yeah, that's true.
What are my kids going to be embarrassed by me? I don't.
Oh, that's
have kids.
so horrible.
I
don't get paranoid anymore because what are you gonna do?
What, I'm gonna have to pay more money to get this, dude? The last like big time I went on something, and it was like a trip like beyond repair. But I get super wired, like that. I was up all night. I remember I was just watching the Larry Sanders Show. Oh, like I just kept watching the whole thing, and I was just, and then there was I walked to the bodega down the street, and turns out there was a town fair going on, like a street fair. No, I don't want to do that. And my job had a booth at the fair, and I came in. I was wearing a brown blazer, a Spider-Man t-shirt, and snap-off pants.
Wow.
So that tells you what I was like, what I looked like.
A winner.
And,
A boyfriend
super winner, and couldn't care less. Like literally couldn't. I was going there like buy like chips and like cigarettes or something. And I walked in, and like they were like, "Hey, Dan, what's going on?" Like my boss is like talking to me. I'm like, "Hey," like, and I'm like, and everything's just like literally melting away, and I'm just like having a full conversation. Like, okay, well, I gotta go over here. I'll see you guys later. Like,
I don't. That sounds horrifying.
No, it's not. Once you realize, it's like it's drugs. The drug, like you fine.
Ugh, I don't know.
But I haven't had those experiences on drugs. One time I had a paranoia situation, but it was also the day of my graduation. And they went to graduation in a black hoodie, and they were like, "She's on fucking drugs, kick her out." Like someone screamed that out loud. So that sucked. But usually when I have drugs, and this is part of why I got into Buddhism, is because I was on drugs, meditating, and I was like, I must learn more about these unanswerable questions. And I think for a lot of people, acid and stuff like that, especially if you do it in a safe environment.
Yeah, there's information to be gained there. I agree with you.
Well,
but I will say that people need to offer up their safe environment to be a surprising larger bubble than you think it is. Is that you're fine. Like no one knows what you think you are. You know what I mean? Like you could be crazy high, and no one knows it.
But I think that if you're not I actually mean it more of if you're not in a mentally safe place in your life already.
I agree 100%.
You're emotionally in an unstable place, and you take those drugs, you probably will not have a good time.
That's true. Like the last time I did mushrooms, I was not in a good place, and it was terrible. And that was the last time I did it.
Well, for me, the first time I did shrooms, like I said, I was in high school. I was about to graduate. I hated high school. I wanted to drop out. But I was also student council president, so it was a very strange situation. I kind of had to be there.
You really?
Right. That's funny. Yeah, I want to drop out, but I'm the president. Like I'm
also valedictorian. So
I just thought that nothing made sense.
What a funny. Some people literally struggle to do school like they can barely read. Like every sentence they read is like a struggle. They try so hard in school, and then like everybody else is like, dude, I'm winning at this, and I hate it. Like life is so unfair.
Go watch the movie Scarface on acid. Thanks, Dan Caprio. By the way, Scarface, that's another movie people love. Garbage. Garbage.
I don't.
Scarface. No, I love Scarface.
The ending is phenomenal. The entire movie is so stupid.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be stupid.
His horrible accent is awful.
What? Now I'm the bad guy? I love that.
Okay.
Our womb is so loaded.
Our womb is.
But I was kidding.
I was kidding.
That's great.
Chichi, get the yayo.
She can't even be student council president. Her womb is so polluted.
Her womb is so polluted she couldn't be student council president.
Wait, are you talking about me now?
I picked the thing.
He did. I went right into it.
I was a virgin in high school. I was a good girl. That's why I was so pissed.
What year did you guys lose your virginity?
I was 17.
Some
17?
year into the future.
I was 16. During Remember the Titans.
No, yeah, I think 17. 17. Yeah, because I had to wait for to get a driver's license so I could go get condoms.
That's also another faux pas that people get aren't you embarrassed buying condoms? It was like, no, because I'll look that guy dead in the eye and be like, yeah, I'm fucking.
Oh no, I was embarrassed. I had to do 6 laps around fucking Rite Aid to gain courage. Oh my god, yeah. I'm a sweet little boy. I'm nervous about stuff like that.
I'm a sweet little boy too, but when it comes to things that I shouldn't be embarrassed about, like being
sulking. See, Scarface applies to everything. Dude, you go to the Rite Aid guy. What are these for? Fucking socking.
Cocaine. No.
Why do you need these condoms? Cause her womb is so polluted.
Oh, lord.
Dude, how dare you talk shit about that awesome movie?
Oh, it's terrible.
It's
garbage.
not terrible.
It is.
Oh, Frank was better?
Frank was better.
He wasn't better.
Frank was better. I love how
Don't you
when
fuck
he
me,
says
Tony.
better, it just trails off at the end. It's like, Frank was better.
Better. Oh, Frank was better.
You guys are starting to sound a little Minnesota.
Oh,
Sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Have you had my mac and cheese? It's good, yeah.
Oh, sure. Her womb was so polluted.
That's actually one weird thing that I eat that I love is like regular macaroni and cheese with hot sauce.
Oh, Kraft mac and cheese with hot sauce is life.
I love it. I love
That
it.
does sound good, yeah.
Love it.
Oh, Bella.
Me,
Why?
Bella. Okay, I'm gonna do like a couple would you and we're gonna get the hell out of here because you guys are very good on this show and I enjoy you thoroughly. That I didn't expect it to last this long because normally I have to pull teeth to get answers out of people, but you two are Isabella.
Sì, grazie.
Would you rather? Though we're so I gotta play a drop again. I'm sorry, real fast, and then we're gonna get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
starting to get a little fucked up.
Would you rather?
You guys didn't hear that?
It was adorable.
Would you
Sounds
rather?
like a gremlin.
Yes, me. Thank you, guys.
Let's just do that for the next 10 minutes. What you
Oh, yeah, we have to answer.
What you
This is a question. I think I asked it last night, and I strongly stand by this question. Would you rather take $10,000 of your own money to?
That doesn't exist.
I was gonna say I need $10,000 first.
But you're gonna have to pay it off.
These
Like,
critics.
you literally have to pay it off.
Okay, well, I can't have any more debt, so I'm already biased.
Okay. To give your worst, the person you hate the most on the planet,
Mhm.
their dream vacation, or would you rather eat their literal shit?
They can go on vacation. Fuck their shit. I don't want that
The
garbage.
person I hate most on the planet is me, and yes, I would like a vacation. So sure.
Wow, he beat the system. He beat the system. That's a Matrix shit that you just pulled. Neo
Yes, it is.
over here. Neo.
Well done,
No.
Leo. Well done.
I'm glad you like that answer.
Oh my god, now my answer is just garbage. Garbage.
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't answer.
What an idiot. What an idiot. I thought I had decisions to make. You were like, I don't have any decisions. Everything.
I hate myself the most of anyone.
You're Buddhist as fuck. That was a Buddhist answer as hell.
Yes, it was.
I am my own enemy, and therefore I go on vacation.
Yeah. I gotta spend time with myself, get to know myself.
Would you rather have explosive diarrhea for the rest of your life or listen to Nickelback for 12 hours a day for 7 years?
That's so easy. Nickelback.
Okay.
Here's the thing with people who hate Nickelback. Nickelback has a couple songs that aren't bad.
Boo!
There's a couple like Rockstar. Rockstar by Nickelback.
You obviously didn't grow up in the 90s because we're not allowed to like Nickelback. That's just a fact.
All right,
That's correct.
You fucking
That's it.
Sorry, student council president. I'm a little off away from the curve.
I tried to drop
I'm
out
my
of
own
my
person.
I'm being very fascist.
Yeah, I don't know, but like, no, like, yeah, I as opposed to shitting yourself every day.
That's how passionate.
No, I didn't say
Nickelback.
shitting yourself. You just have explosive diarrhea.
That sounds pretty.
Every
he had
every day, you know it's gonna happen. Like you're not gonna shit yourself, but you have bodily control of your own feces.
Well,
It's not even.
if it's explosive and you're working, it's going to be an issue. Listen, I choose explosive diarrhea, but you also have a.
Yeah, so do I.
You people aren't.
This episode brought to you by Mountain Dew, by the way.
Yeah, right. Mountain
This is
Dew.
brainwashing.
About
You
it.
people were brainwashed by your childhoods. This is not
Yeah.
good.
No, you're right. You know what's so funny about brainwashing is that I'm wise enough to know I'm brainwashed, and I still don't give a fuck. I just have too many
Yeah.
bills.
And first of all,
Yeah.
dude, do you know how much I drink? I fucking have explosive diarrhea all the time. That's basically me anyway, so I'll take it. It's fine.
Yeah, my
right.
menstruation really fucks me up already, so I really don't care. But if I have to listen to Nickelback, I might kill a bitch.
Okay,
Maybe.
I fucking love this next question. Go ahead. You tell you, Joe.
No, I was just saying maybe if you listen to a little Nickelback and meditated, you'd be a little happier. You wouldn't need explosive diarrhea booze. That's all I was gonna say.
I meditate during the diarrhea, so actually maybe it's a good thing for me.
Valid point. So do I. And I catch up on a lot of reading. Guess what?
Wow, I've been misjudging diarrhea.
Dude, I read a lot.
No.
Bro. I read so much. Like, there's a bookshelf to my right and a bookshelf to my left. I read so fucking much. It's not even funny. Like, because I have nothing else to do. I'm a lit major, bro.
Are you?
I am.
Wow, I love literature.
Oh my god, dude, you're a lit major. Let's get lit.
Let's get lit, son.
That's wait, Duncan. Devon. I'm so sorry. Devon.
Duncan. Duncan Hall.
I could be a Duncan. I could pass for a
Good, you could.
No, you can't.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I could.
No one can
get
pass
my
for
little graham cracker right in you like a Duncan.
No, I look inbred enough.
First of all, if
that
your
I
name
could
is
be like some
Duncan,
English
you're 80s.
royalty named Duncan. I could be Prince Duncan. Don't I look? I look like my genes
absolutely.
have been recycled.
Well, first of all, if your name is Duncan, you're 87 years old. That's
no,
all.
you're just you're a member of a family that's in the Illuminati.
That's true, and I bet Duncan's gonna make a comeback because the new generation loves those old names.
Yeah, maybe some kind of hipster stuff. What were you gonna ask me, by the way, before you said Duncan?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I've been trying to talk to you directly, but I was so scared I was gonna fuck up your name. And then
I'm gonna be.
I said it.
I'm gonna be very. I swear to God. I swear to God. This isn't me being rude. I swear to God. Like I don't know. I was trying to.
Keri.
I don't know
Keri.
what your name is.
Keri.
I've been just saying you.
You know what? I should have hours ago been like, bro, is it Duncan Chino? I can't remember what your fucking name is.
If you look at the bottom of the screen, it's right. Yours.
No, it's not. It's not on my screen.
No, it's nowhere to be found.
If you've noticed, my eyes have been moving on the screen. I've been trying to figure out what your name is without asking.
Same.
For the entire time.
Same.
I wanted to text Dan.
Devon Hall.
But Devon, the reason I knew your name was Devon, but then I forgot again, was because someone wrote Devon Hall, do drugs with me or else. And I was like, okay, I gotta remember Devon. And then I wound up saying Duncan.
That's fine.
Keri. Keri.
Keri.
By the way,
okay.
Dan Caprio. Scarface did not win an Oscar. I'm just telling you. That's just a fact.
Yeah, Caprio.
That's one thing I'm oddly like.
Devon Hall is a sexual degenerate. All right, Dan.
I saw a bunch of weird stuff, but I couldn't even read it.
This fucking homophobe. Am I right?
What?
Daniel Cap.
That's
Dan's just mad at him. He's upset because
Dan Caprio is.
Yeah, without his like open mics with us like teasing him, like what, like you can make sauce at home, but it's not. You could eat as much sauce as you want. It's not going to fill the hole, Daniel. It's just not going to fill the hole. You can't fill it up with tomatoes. It won't work.
Guys, I gotta fucking ask you this question. I just pulled up the wrong box, but I have to ask you this question.
Okay.
Because this now might be my favorite question to ever ask anyone in the world ever. If you had to choose one animal to help you win a fight, which animal would you choose?
To help a bear.
A bear is a great answer, but I think I'm going to go with the obvious.
I saw a tiger. Tiger saw me.
I know what the answer is. Kangaroo.
Kangaroo,
bitch. He got the feet. If you've ever watched any movie
I have.
about boxing, you know what you need is the fast feet, bitch. And the kangaroo got it.
Well,
let's put this out there though. Kangaroo versus tiger versus
Tiger wins every single
Tiger would.
What did Devon say?
I said a bear. I stand by a bear.
Kangaroo versus tiger versus bear is pretty legit. Now I know a bear and a tiger's stronger, but the kangaroo's got a different kind of agility. So I'd be
Dude.
interested to see that matchup.
There's
You have no
kangaroo
idea.
boxing in Australia. There's
They're
there's
trained up.
videos of
Absolutely.
there's videos of humans fighting kangaroos.
Yes.
Who's
And
getting sponsors first?
what you guys don't understand is that when I was a child, I was obsessed with boxing kangaroos. Like obsessed with them. I thought they were the funniest thing that's ever existed. And I'm trying to find the picture that is now
And
my
marsupials. Marsupials are very, very, very smart. I just think a kangaroo would be the underdog, but would be able to hold up in the fight.
I don't
No,
no.
kangaroos.
That's
It's not.
a bear. This shit's dead. So fucking
You
dead.
think so?
Yeah, he might be able to run away from it, but he's not winning.
Not even. Tigers run really fast. Like this.
Yeah, tigers are super. Bears ain't slow either.
No, you're right though, because honestly, I was thinking like they can like come up to you like this, but how they gonna fucking get away from a tiger? No way, or a bear.
Yeah, no, it's
Listen, I just said what came to my mind first, but in reality,
You know what's funny? I can't. I'm such a terrible comedian because I was a nerd as a child, so I know a lot about animals, and I just want to tell like I'm just annoyed. Like I want to be like, no, a bear would beat up all the other animals. Like there's a very competitive part of me that can't.
you
even
can
try
be
to
like that with
funny
me.
about
Because
this.
you could be like
I'm
that with me.
not-
I'll admit that I'm wrong. I'll admit that I'm wrong, and I think you're very, very right. I hope that helps the nerd
But
inside.
that's so dumb. I should have just tried to be funny and be like, oh yeah, kangaroo. I should have at least tried. I didn't. I was like,
We're
no,
not.
I'm right.
When we get famous, we could try and be funny. Right now, no one gives a shit. They just want to be right.
an orca to help you. What if you're on land, Frank? You
Yeah,
can't fucking.
I was thinking
orca.
about orca too, but
Now all of a sudden an orca's got to play an away game.
But you know what would be really smart? Like some sort of small creature, like a leech or something that would put like a disease in your body. That would be
Rattlesnake.
that would
Like
be
a
smart.
rattlesnake would be fucking
Yeah.
good.
Rattlesnakes.
A tick
Yeah.
with AIDS. Just send out
Like,
a tick with AIDS.
First of all, he's got to face off against me.
A
and
lot
then
of rattlesnakes don't
like,
attack.
whoop,
They
right
warn
around.
you. I'm talking about like some sort of leech or tick that puts a disease in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about tick too.
AIDS or cancer into a tick, which according to Trump works, I bet. So I'll just put a disease into a tick, and then the tick will jump on you.
Oh, Dan Caprio with the lowest hanging fruit.
They did make me laugh though.
Devon Hall is only into bears if they're riding motorcycles.
But here's the thing, he's not smart. He meant like a bear on a bike. He didn't mean the gay guy.
Oh, I think
the gay guy is too funny for what he meant.
I don't.
I think he meant the gay fella.
Devin, what do you think could beat a bear and a tiger? If we're gonna dork out about animals,
Ooh, that's a
There's
question.
not much.
That's a good question.
There's not
I
much.
A
do-
bear and a tiger in a
I do
pit?
think it would be a smaller
An
creature.
elephant. An elephant could beat both. They're
Yeah.
the biggest thing.
A hippo. I think a hippo could kill all of them.
Oh, this is annoying me. Can't we think about some? This sounds so male. Can't we think of something that would like surprise you? Like I do think like a smaller creature that could bring a disease in, or
So coronavirus would be.
Yeah, sure, like a snake, something poisonous.
I don't know. I just hate the idea
You
that
know
a
what?
bear and a
Ants.
tiger are the winners.
If you
'cause-
pick like army ants, if army ants like decided to kill a
Yeah,
thing
the
and tried their
Saifu ant.
best, they could kill whatever they wanted.
The Saifu ant. Do you know what I'm talking about? The
I don't know
Saifu
what that is.
ant.
The bullet ant? Is
Oh.
that the bullet ant?
Nothing will. I don't know. Nothing will scare you more in life than if you Google search Saifu, Saifu ant. I watched this special about a Saifu ant. It was like an Animal Planet, and these ants, it's a female-driven ant colony, and then they steal the male who's bigger, looks like a sausage. They just steal it home. All the ant women rape it so that they can all have kids. And then they all go out into the world, and they, like an army ant, but they're bigger, just swallow whatever's in their fucking path. Like a bunch of people in Africa, they think is the Saifu ant. So I choose Saifu ant!
I guess.
I'm sorry, I'm very high energy later in the night, so it's just getting more and
Yeah,
more.
welcome to the club. I literally, listen. I could end this if you guys want,
You
but
think
I have
you're
nothing
gonna
else.
beat Saifu ant?
What?
You're gonna beat Saifu ant?
I could beat Psycho Ant. Obviously, I would take. Pterodactyl.
You want to talk about scary bugs? Look up the Japanese hornets. Those things are fucking terrifying.
Okay, looking it up right now.
Let's look it up. Put it in the
Japanese
type.
hornets?
Oh, I misspelled hornets.
You know how there's that show that's called like Versus Warriors, and it takes like different mob guys versus each other, or like an ancient.
Yeah. I
That's
watched that
something
show.
to do with animals.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna have to excuse you for 1 second. If you guys could keep going on this conversation,
A Japanese hornet.
I have to piss so bad. I gotta go.
I got pissed too, but
Okay,
remember,
I'll be
I'm
right
not sharing one.
Well, you already.
Here, you go. Let's see if I can carry this alone. Both of you go piss, and let's see if I can hold down the fort.
I just pissed, but I gotta piss again.
Wow.
That's female troubles.
I got
Dude,
this.
if you do this,
I'm on it.
I'll cover
Listen back
your
later and be proud of me.
cover the bird.
Devin, right?
Yeah, Devin.
You know what
Keri.
it is? My sister's boyfriend's name is Devin, and I just couldn't make the switch to you also being his same name.
Yeah, I'm terrible with name. That's the worst part about being like doing comedy. There's too many people's names you have to remember. Like I can't.
know.
do it.
And especially when you're just starting off and you're like a nobody, and I'm like, I still don't know who you are, and they're like, well, I'm the one that everyone likes here. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I still don't know you.
It's the fun. The big fish in small ponds of comedy.
Yeah. Where do you do your open mics?
Well, in the city a lot, and then because I go to school at Rutgers, so I do like a lot of them in like New Brunswick and like Jersey and that area. I just started like kind of going into like Jersey City a little bit. I don't know why, I just never got around to doing any of those.
I haven't done that many in Jersey City either. I've only done like a few. I actually probably done 2 or 3, and I met Dan in those 2 or 3. I'm usually doing them in the city too, and I've seen a bunch of cool ones in New Brunswick. Actually, honestly, the whole time I've been thinking, let me ask, where do you do your open mics? Where in the city do you do them?
I do like like Grizzly Pear Lantern. I'm at the Pit a
Me too.
lot.
I do Grizzly Pear Lantern in the Pit all the time. I've never seen you.
Yeah, I've never seen you either. What days do you do them?
That's crazy. It changes a lot, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, no, that's so fucking weird.
And I do like Grizzly. I love Drew and Pete's comedy show on Friday.
Yeah, no, I do that mic all the time. Drew and Peter, I'm at Greenwich.
You know what? Now that we're talking, I
did Yas Fest this year.
I've only been there twice because I usually work, but when, everyone watching is probably so annoyed with us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to be honest. Everyone watching is Dan Caprio, so I don't mind.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that mic a lot. But I worked from 2 to 6, so sometimes it was hard for me to get there.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's so weird. I haven't seen you. How long have you been doing comedy?
Focused stand up, not only since October.
Oh, okay. But were you doing like sketches and other stuff before that?
Yeah, like sketches, and actually I was more focused on acting.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I went to school for acting.
That's cool. I think people are cool. Like I don't give a shit about any other art form other than stand up. Like I don't know if I could act or not. I certainly have I don't have any desire to do it. I think it's cool when people have like multiple interests and they play around with stuff. That's more interesting to me. I'm very bored.
I'm very, very into the idea of being a performer, and I haven't really figured out what kind of performer. This fucking douchebag. Yo, we're trying to have a conversation.
So yeah, speaking of what a jizzbag Dan is.
My bad.
Get the fuck out of here. We were having a good conversation without you.
We were. It was sweet.
So sorry.
I'm busting your balls, kid.
Well then, I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh no. Fucking. God damn it. What's up? Sorry, what'd I miss?
We were talking about open mics, and that he and I actually go to the same open mics. We just haven't seen each other. But also, I'm pretty much a noob. I'm pretty new.
I've only been doing it for like 2 years, so I'm new also.
Right, that is so new in that scene. I think that's interesting. I think talking about being in the comedy scene would be an interesting podcast. And I know everyone already does that, but especially for new people, and I know that no one wants to hear that shit because they prefer comedians who've been there for a minute. But it's interesting. I always, when I find someone's doing comedy, especially if they're new, I'm like, what open mics are you at? Maybe I'm going to the wrong ones.
Yeah, there is definitely a science to it. Speaking of scenes, it's interesting how like it'll be interesting to see how many of them like come back,
right?
Like at post quarantine. But it is interesting how like New York, especially, there's like there's scenes within scenes. So there's like Brooklyn, or Long Island City, there's open mics, or like Manhattan. But even that is like, it's more fragmented than that. Like in Manhattan, there's like Uptown, then there's like Midtown, like people who do the Pit and
Yes.
New York Comic Club, and then there's the Village Comics. New Brunswick's a little less. There's like less space to cover, so it's kind of not like that. But Jersey, there's like cliques and people, and you could do comedy for 15 years and not meet someone who literally is in the same state. They're just doing the
That's
other
correct.
stuff.
Well, that's what I'm starting to like about I'm thinking about moving because you heard how I feel about my roommates.
What do you mean?
And I was thinking about like Harlem, which has a bit of a comedy scene as well.
It does.
And obviously there's Brooklyn, but I really hate hipster Brooklyn because my family's from Brooklyn. Not because I really hate it, just because I was told to hate it, like how I'm supposed to hate
Nickelback.
Agreed.
Right.
Nickelback.
Agreed.
They're
So-
both less bad than everyone pretends they are. I think that's a good analogy.
That's
No,
correct.
honestly, I probably agree with you because I haven't even heard that much Nickelback, so why do I hate it so much?
Or
Or-
hipster. Like, funny. That's a funny.
I thought
Hipsters
they
are
were
the Nickelback of people.
Everyone I meet is like, you are a hipster. I'm like, I hate myself then. And you know what that's like. But I like the Jersey City comedy scene because I feel like people actually talk to each other and know each other and you get an actual feedback. In Manhattan, if I do really well at an open mic, then someone will stop and talk to me and then I'll get introduced to a scene. And what's so funny is you're talking about scenes inside scenes. I go to Climate Lounge a lot, which a lot of people hate.
Yes.
It's like an upper lounge. But one night, something just clicked. And then that whole night, I was talking to everybody there. So at the same time, the thing with New York is I hate the click scene. I hate that people think they're cooler than you. It's an open mic. I'm not always supposed to go fuck yourself. But then the second someone let me in, I met like 20 comedians who have shows going on in Manhattan. So at the same time, it's kind of like, fuck, do I make these relationships work in Jersey City where it's a real relationship? Or I already work in Manhattan, or used to. And it can open a door to me being at Caroline's.
Yeah, it's a lot of politics.
It's interesting.
I do one of my although I will say one of my favorite things about doing comedy, and it's so like self-centric. I mean, obviously comedy is self-centric, but especially at the Climate Lounge, that specifically happened to me, is like when like you go there from Jersey, and dude, I've been doing comedy for like 11 years. I know what to do, I know what not to do, and when people start talking down to you, oh, it's my favorite. Like some guy that's been doing comedy for like 4 months and he's like, you're from Jersey. and like sitting there talking shit to you. My favorite thing in the world. And then watching him bomb. And it's so much better when it's a guy too, by the way. Like, because the girl I feel bad for. But when a guy is so condescending and I don't say a fucking word about it, I'm just like, okay. And like as soon as he goes up and then bombs, and then I go up and I will specifically do like good material. And I will fucking annihilate the place just because he was an asshole.
Right. Instead of doing whatever you get
Yeah, whatever I was gonna like experiment with. Like I was gonna try out something.
Well, that's what I hate is when you experiment, is that there's a lot of people in the room who will get it that you're experimenting, and then there's like, it depends on where you are, what time of day it is, how you present your experimentation before people will accept that I'm experimenting right now, so get off my job.
Yeah, get off my dick. But dude, my favorite was this one dude specifically. I honestly don't even remember his name. But he was like showing me the ropes. And this is like 3 months ago, by the way. Like, and I was in New York and I was like, okay, blah, 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 blah. And then he got off stage and bombed. He ate 1,000 dicks. And then got off stage and went to me like, this is a tough crowd, man. Tough crowd. And then I got up right after him and murdered him. And then went back to him and I was like, yeah, well, they were fine for me. I don't know.
That's a good
It's
feeling,
weird.
yeah.
You ever notice like anybody who doles out advice or anyone who's like chatty,
What?
before
I'm sorry.
Mike is always a
I knocked
terrible
my
comic.
headphone out.
Good comics, people who are good are minding their own business usually. That's like a pattern
Yeah.
I've totally noticed.
Correct.
Like anybody who's like good at a thing is not worried about what other people are doing before the thing.
Yes, correct. And also, like, I will also let you dig your own grave. That it's like, oh, you
Yeah, no, actually,
just because you don't know me doesn't mean that I have not done this before and I'm not experienced doing this.
I think what annoys me about the New York open mics, because I don't care. First of all, actually, my worst experience was in Jersey City. It got super sexist, and I'm big on sexism. Like, it's hilarious. Give me it. But this guy yelled out a joke about rape, and I just was like, that had nothing to do with what I was saying. And it was a guy in the audience who was not a comedian, and I just ignored him because also I'm kind of new at it, so I'm not that great yet at being. Because first of all, when I'm a dick, I'm a huge dick, and I'm not ready to ostracize my audience yet. So I kind of tried to ignore him, but he kept yelling out this silly joke about how he's raped a bunch of women. That was the joke. It was
what a fucking just a silly joke about raping a bunch of women.
Yeah,
what a weird way to put that.
And
Just
it
a
kind of
silly
annoyed
little
me
goof.
because the host, it was an open mic, it wasn't a show, and the host didn't say anything. And I'm a noob too, so it's my own thing I need to learn. But I just kind of was like, and then afterwards, you know what really annoyed me? The worst part was when I was done, his friend who had done, it was an open mic and some musicians could perform too, because that's how Jersey City is. It's like a lot of them are comedians and open mics. The musician who played his fucking bongos and played guitar came up to me afterwards, gray ass hair, and was like, have you ever taken classes at HB Studios? And I was like, that's really weird that you bring it up, because I actually
Hewlett Packard?
No. It's a famous acting studio in Manhattan that I actually do take classes at, that I'm enrolled in now. And I was like, actually, I do. And he was like, because I just think you need some help. And I was like, excuse me? And then I said, if I want unsolicited advice, I'll come up to you again next time. And he was like, oh. And then he started to say, I think you should try ballet instead of comedy. And I was like, why? He's like, because of the way you were on your feet. I was like, dude, I gotta go. And then I heard him telling somebody else, yo, this girl only is into herself. Like, as if me not listening to him meant that I was a narcissist. I was actually shaking. And I also think it's a female issue too, to be honest, because he didn't go up to any comedian.
100% a female issue.
And I didn't want to make a big deal of it, but I was really, really shook. One, because I'm kind of new too, because I've had people say rude shit to me, but I don't care about rude shit. I'm from Jersey. I'm like a fucking trash. But it was just like clear that it was because I was a woman. That was the first time being a woman really affected me.
Dude, yes, I bet Kate Hester knows that too. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I give it up for fucking female comics, because aside from not being funny, but
yeah, that's so funny. I give it up to you because you just suck and you keep trying. It's naturally terrible. Women are so bad and you keep doing it. Stuff.
But dude, I've seen it so much, like the sexual assault or the sexual.
Oh, it's so gross.
It's so gross. Oh, and like, dude, I try specifically, and I did even with you, Keri. Like I was like specifically like, hey, what's up? How's everything going? Everything's cool. Do you want to come on this show? All right, I'll see you later. Like making sure that it's very like.
Yeah.
Dan, I'm sure you've seen it 100 times. You ever seen the move where a dude goes up and tries during his set?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Tries to hit on.
1,000 times,
yeah,
and I'm like,
so weird.
Oh, dude,
So that's what I was gonna say. Is I have experienced that more in Jersey than in New York, because in New York, it's so funny. The arrogance of the fucking white yuppies telling jokes in New York is really annoying.
I actually agree 1,000%.
Open-mindedness to the fact that I'm a female comedian is actually more open-minded in New York. I feel like they're like, yo, if this guy says something to you again, he's off the mic. And people take that seriously in New York. In Jersey, I feel like there's a little bit more.
Yeah, it's simple. Jersey is lovable trash, and New York is erudite progressive
And
people.
I think
No,
for
I
everyone,
That's the
it's
trade-off.
it's more on the level and the mentality wise, as far as I can see that I've seen, is that in Jersey, the guy is mentally thinking, you're just lucky that I'm here to hit on you. Whereas in New York, it's like, well, I better shut my mouth and hit up on her later. Yeah, like it's kind of like that.
maybe.
Granted, I mean, the asshole's still going to be an asshole, but
Well, also the guy that said that all that stuff, like gave me advice, unsolicited advice, was like 50 years old. You know, that's a different generation. And the guy that he was friends with,
now I
was
know-
going at the race.
now I know who this is.
On.
Now I know exactly who this is, by the way.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
The gray-haired musician who's like 50.
Yes.
Yeah.
Piece
And his
of-
friend had a fedora, and that was the joke I made the first time he said something about rape, which I really don't think rape jokes are funny unless you're Dave Chappelle. Then it's hilarious.
any joke is funny as long as you do it well.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Yeah,
joke.
certain subjects have a higher tightrope you got to walk.
yeah, that's. I was just joking, but that's exactly what I mean. Definitely.
Like I had
You're
this
right, Dave. You need to be a certain level of good, and that doesn't mean I struggle with this a lot. So like, I think open mics are important because everybody needs to try and fail with a rape joke over and over again before you find a good rape but pick anything.
a good rape joke.
Exactly. A period joke, even like I think some period jokes.
It's really
can be funny.
with jokes. The philosophy is similar to rape. You just have to keep going at it over and over again. You have to force jokes against
like your monthly period that keeps coming no matter what. Yeah, exactly.
I only have one rape joke that I did for a long time. I haven't done it in years. Was how do you make a nun cry?
You rape the fuck out of her.
You're a raper.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Actually, I love that. See, I think that's hilarious.
That's a funny. That's like a cute. That's funny because it's cute. That's a cute rape joke, which is very particular.
It's a cute rape joke.
But no, I don't have any. But I don't know. Both sides of that argument on either end of it annoy me. You shouldn't joke about this ever. Or, dude, what do you fucking know? I'm just I'm kidding.
Dude, that was like
I said I would rape her, and then I told her address, but I was kidding.
That was my go-to joke when I was bombing. That was like my go-to joke. It was like, oh, you want to go down? We're all going down now.
But when I see open mics and someone says a rape joke and I don't like it, it's like any other joke. I'm like, all right, they haven't figured it out yet. They might not ever figure it out. Or, hey, maybe this comedian knows what they're doing with this experiment, or maybe they don't. I don't really give a shit. It was the fact that someone in the audience was yelling out that they had raped multiple people at me while I was
Was that a comic, by the way? Was that a comic who was heckling
No, it
you
was
that?
a fucking musician's friend. Wasn't even anyone performing. It was just some musician's friend.
Well, maybe I don't know who this is. But
this is fucking creepy. And he was wearing a fedora, and that's the first thing I said. Of course, the dude in the corner wearing a fucking fedora is yelling out rape jokes. And I thought that was gonna be it. And it kept going and going and going.
Deep down, he's Cuban. So go ahead.
He is Cuban. So you know exactly what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Well, it really pissed me off. And then after all of it, they made it seem like it was my issue that I was
By the way, I
annoying.
apologize. I want to apologize right now. I don't mean all Cubans are racist, just most of them. Go ahead.
My roommate's half Cuban, and I hate them. So I guess this is a trend now with me. And I guess
I have no problem with Cubans. Just so Cubans and me, or aces.
I have no issues with anybody based on their race.
Well, call me Guantanamo Bay because
Drip, 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 bitch.
Call you Guantanamo Bay because that joke.
Guys, we did a pretty good job. Like, I thought we would have major lulls where we were like, what the fuck? But we all had fun.
Podcasting is fun. I love podcasting.
No, first of all, I run a great show.
You do.
Number two, yes, thank you. Also, I'm a scientist. Second, that has nothing to do with the conversation, but that's
just part of it.
It's been a running theme that I've been doing that I'm like, listen, guys, I'm just a scientist. So
Beaker.
I have I have so many beakers and so many graduated cylinders, and I light every cigarette from a Bunsen burner. No big deal. And I'm gonna fix this this Corona crisis personally. Secondly,
Please don't, because I'm producing so much comedy.
dude.
Yeah,
we
dude,
got
I'm
it.
getting so
Dude,
much
this is-
sleep. Can you lay off? Like, dude, the bags under my eyes are just
You
gone.
got it.
Like, this is incredible. Can
Hey,
anyone, here's the thing.
got
Before
it.
we end this podcast, can we admit quarantine's awesome? Like, not being with your friends sucks, but like, this is awesome.
No,
Like,
I
stop
honestly.
bitching about getting to stay home.
What's the only thing you miss?
No, I miss comedy.
Name one
comedy.
thing. Okay. Oh, no, you can't say comedy. You're not allowed to say comedy.
I haven't
You
gotten
can't say that.
any income in 5 weeks. If
No
I
money is
that's-
also
my
bad.
unemployment, I would be like, this rock.
Okay,
But
listen.
it's lingering.
Yes, that's 100%
Sure,
correct.
yeah.
And I actually
Obviously.
haven't got any income in 5 weeks, but thankfully I haven't spent anything, so I'm good.
I didn't cancel
have-
my bills last
I
month.
have so much money; it's not even
I
funny.
didn't
I'm
cancel
also,
any credit card or student loan bills last month, which was
Yeah, obvious.
idiotic.
dude, I'm so close to paying down my student loan bill. It's not even funny. And when that happens, we're all drinking.
Hell yeah.
We're all like, dude, I have like $3,000 left.
Hell yeah.
And then once it's gone, oh, we're all gonna fuck together. No, not like, I mean, each fuck a different hole. But
Right. You're
Yeah, I'm
right
glad
ear.
we've clarified that.
He's got your
Yeah.
left ear. I've got your right ear. Got it.
what do you actually genuinely miss? And it can't be money. It's not.
Quiet. I miss quiet. My roommates work 9 to 5. I used to go out into the living room at 10, sit in the sunshine and, meditate,
The sunshine.
do
Go ahead.
some quiet. I miss quiet. Because it's funny, you would think quarantine's quiet. It's not. You hear your neighbors, you hear your roommates,
Yes.
you hear the people downstairs. It's fucking annoying. There used to be hours where I would have quietude.
Quietude. I like that term. By the way.
Told you I like
Quietude.
literature.
Yes, quietude, dude. I found myself this is not something I like, but I get annoyed at the most random things right now. Like every single day, someone is landscaping in my neighborhood,
Yeah, exactly.
and every single day I lose my fucking mind. I'm like, it's 3 o'clock. People are sleeping.
That ass though.
That's funny. And
Devon.
do I yell that? Yes. Do they
What's up?
understand me? No.
I was gonna say, Devon, what do you miss the most?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, other than, like I have no interesting answers. I miss my friends. Like I miss hanging out with people.
Yeah,
You only had 3
Other than that, like
friends.
I'm at school and I work, but I'm doing both from home right now. So the busy work part of my life really hasn't changed.
Yeah, work ain't shit, bro.
And then like I
It's
miss
that
like
mixed work.
Work ain't shit, bro. Dan, by the way, when he's done, I want to know: do you work and what do you do? Continue, Dev.
I'll tell you off air.
Wait till he's done.
I will.
I'm just picturing like silly but illegal jobs Dan would have. Like
What
I
does he do?
guard pounds of
Cartoon drug dealers.
Yeah.
Drug dealer.
Yeah, dude, I'm Bugs Bunny's dealer. Like I don't.
Yeah, I'm Bugs Bunny's dealer.
You would have a silly and very illegal job. I feel.
No, I have a very real and boring job. But
All right.
there you go. Look at you.
Bugs Bunny is actually my comedy idol. Dead ass.
Why? Because you're from Brooklyn and he has a Brooklyn
really
accent.
I don't know. I just grew up loving him and thinking he was hilarious. His satire.
And
He has some
mine.
good satires. Woody the Woodpecker doesn't really have a sense of humor. He's a tool.
He absolutely does have a fucking sense of humor. Actually, you know who my favorite fucking cartoon is Donald Duck, because he's actually actively trying to kill those chipmunks.
What chipmunks?
Alvin and no, that's
Not Donald Duck.
no, that's Chip and Dale.
Ebenezer Scrooge, you talking about?
Chip and Dale.
All right, I'm gonna pee. I'm not gonna do the thing I did before.
Oh my god!
How many?
Wait, are you showing us the full vision?
Yeah, this is the 11 o'clock
This
hour.
is the
It's
health
like that.
class
What's
version.
what's that called in Britain? Where like after a certain hour, like it's just any porn is like you just put it on regular TV, any kind of nudity or anything.
Yeah,
Like
it got to the
watershed hour or something.
yes. They did the same thing in America though, but it's like on Showtime after 10 p.m. I think they could just show whatever they wanted. They could show. As I remember as a lad watching Red Shoe Diaries, but
Yes. I'm not leaving. I had to stand up. I've been
I
fucking-
understand.
We're so old.
Wow, you shit that much.
I pee a lot. I'm a woman. See what
That
my
was my
roommate's doing.
that was my sound effect.
Oh,
not
we're still both here.
What I want to ask you guys both a would you rather question before we leave.
Okay.
Okay. What's up?
I got two. Are you guys cool with that? Two more questions?
I'm ready.
Yeah, whatever.
Would you rather have a 1-minute conversation with yourself 10 years in the future or 10 years in the past?
Ooh.
Oh man, that got deep.
I know.
Can I say can I answer both, but I would say different things? So
No.
if I was talking,
Wait a second. That doesn't
I
sound.
Absolutely not.
I'm just gonna say the thing I was gonna say. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah,
Okay, do that.
it's
I'm just
almost
gonna do what I
midnight.
want.
Go for it.
If I was talking to myself 10 years in the past, I would say it's gonna be all right. But if I was talking to myself 10 years in the future, I would ask, is it gonna be all right?
Can I piggyback on that and pitch you again?
The disgusted look on Dan's face makes me happy that I did that.
I'm gonna say something that might annoy him just as much. I don't want to talk to either. I don't want to talk to the past. I don't want to talk to the future. Everything.
But you gotta.
I have to. He changed the
Do it.
rules.
No, he didn't change the rules because that's the most pussy answer that could ever be, and he's gonna live with that.
Well, then I'd rather talk to the future because the past, I really don't believe in undoing it. The truth is, if you had asked me that 2 years ago, I would have definitely chosen the past. I fucked up a lot in my past.
I definitely would have gone with the past just because I would walk to myself and be like, "Hey, Bitcoin, buy it."
No, but then sell it. Isn't Bitcoin? You know what's funny? Didn't Bitcoin go all the way back down again?
What?
Yeah, he should have sold it like 3 years ago.
Didn't everyone buy Bitcoin and then Bitcoin stopped being
It's still far more profitable than I would have. If you bought $100 worth of Bitcoin 10 years ago,
Dude, Bitcoin can't you be like buying Amazon stock in 1992? Like that's what you should. But fuck Amazon, it's fucking greed.
and I'd look at myself and be like, and by the way, Tom Brady is going to win every Super Bowl other than against the Giants or the Philadelphia Eagles.
Do you think that
About
the
that.
world's going to change a lot in the next 10 years? It probably will.
Yes. Do you realize that yesterday it was 48 degrees?
Right. I think
And today it
No,
was
yes, it is. And today was 7.
the end times, as far as Earth is concerned, I think end times are much closer than we even realize. So I'd probably pick 10 years in the future.
No, first of all, you're wrong there because as far as Earthwise goes, the Earth is going to be fine. We are not.
Human end times. End times don't exist for other creatures because they don't fucking care. We're
Yes,
the ones that care about our own existence.
that's correct. Well, I feel
I
like
don't know.
a dog I think most animals do.
I don't think they like spend nights thinking about it. I think if they had a choice and we gave them self-awareness, they'd be like, yes, I do care about end times. But they don't. A lot of animals don't have self-awareness, which is why they live better in nature.
You don't think dogs are like contemplating their own existence? Like, am I a good boy?
Daniel Caprio, I love Dan Farley. Thanks, buddy.
She loves his.
I want like you too. And she loves his Asian accents.
Wait, Daniel, am I a narcissist or not? What do you think? Tell me. Either way, as long as you're talking about me, I
Are
don't-
you asking me or
Yes,
Caprio?
someone said
Oh, that's
I'm a
Keri.
narcissist.
Did he really spell? Your name isn't spelled with an A, is it?
It's K. It's the same thing, but with an E, not an A. Keri. It's Irish.
Keri.
Keri.
Keri. That's what I thought. Keri, not Keri. I thought he was.
Wait,
saying
you're Irish?
I'm Italian.
Wow, so you beat the shit out of yourself.
Every day. Every
Yeah,
fucking
Irish
day.
and Italian.
From Brooklyn. That's one of my bits, is that my
Dude.
parents are total sluts and they
Dude.
just fucked each other. They just fucked everyone in Brooklyn until they found each other and had me.
I don't think she's a narcissist, is what Daniel Caprio said.
I think commenting on people you're listening to's narcissism is very narcissistic, Dan.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you one more question. Dude, we can keep this conversation going. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing anything. But,
I'm just not doing homework I desperately need to do, so I'm chilling.
I want to keep talking, but I'm gonna cut myself off after this question just because I have mental health issues.
Okay.
What?
I don't want to know. Just yeah, sure. Yep.
No, not really. I just
Are
need
you
to.
gonna, dude? Are you gonna fucking murder a kid on this
Dude,
fucking?
could you
podcast?
imagine if Laura like, no, keep going, and then a half hour later she's just kind of like talking. She's like, yeah, so
Irish women
when
are
I was a
pretty
kid, I
fast.
loved pine trees. I would always climb pine trees. She's cutting herself.
I just need to go to sleep soon. That's all. And it takes me about 3 hours to prepare for sleep.
Oh, dude, melatonin. Melatonin is my best.
3
friend.
hours?
It takes me
How much
Eddie
weed
sleep,
does that take to prepare for?
No, my sleep is like a 3 to 6 hour process. I'm not even joking or asking for. I'm just.
I'll be.
I have a hard time going to sleep too.
Me too. But most of my going to sleep is passing out.
But I think
Yeah.
I think what we're forgetting is my roommates wake up at 8:30 a.m. and they start conference calls right away. So it means that if I fall asleep at 3 a.m., I don't get to sleep till 11 a.m. I wake up at 8:30 a.m. every fucking day, and it's really fucking with my head.
Hey, Keri, do you like your
earmuffs.
roommates? Like, are you a fan of your roommates?
I don't hate them.
Wait. Yes. Back up to Kevin Hall. The Devon Halls. I keep calling you Kevin Hall. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there's the other.
But Devon Halls. Well, dude, your names are so fucking.
Yeah,
close.
it's the same. Yeah.
It's the same name with minus one letter. Devon Hall. Do you yell at them?
No,
Do I yell at what?
my roommates.
At them, at your roommates, yes.
No, that's the problem.
Dude, I'd start like acting out like a fucking cat. I'd start like shitting on the
I
floor
do that
and stuff
stupid
like
girl thing where I'll be like, just
With
ignore them.
roommates?
That's
You would yell unless they like did something. No. Well, here's the thing. I've lived with roommates one time. When I was a freshman in college, I went to Rowan and I had a roommate. But of the two of us, I think I was the way shittier roommate than he was because I was just depressed and really fat and probably a bummer to be around. He was fine. So I've never had a problem.
I did a sketch about how much I hate them, and they both saw it. So
That's funny.
Wow.
Did you notice any behavior changes? You're like, one of your jokes could be like, and he always leaves shit on the coffee table, and then you notice the coffee table is like getting clean more.
No, but I did notice one of my jokes was they read memes out loud to one another and then act as if that makes they themselves funny. And now every time they read a meme, they kind of cut themselves off.
So that's a positive. That's a dude.
I think
That's
they already
a win,
they already
bro.
knew I was pretty annoyed with them because
Dude, that's a win.
yeah.
Oh. Now I want to
What?
meet these guys and just like fucking bully
Yeah,
them
I want
just on
everyone to
purpose.
listen too, and I want them to be able to say their piece as well. They were like, "You should make one where it's like our point of view." We're like, "Oh, we come inside, and she's like an artist," and I'm like, "Well, what would that be? Me being quiet in my room all the time?"
That's correct.
Exactly. I'm always in my fucking room.
And then, dude, I like it's one of these things that like when I see a girl that I appreciate as a person, like being bullied by someone else, I kind of just want to go and bully them.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
that makes any sense.
when I tell people about the things we get into fights about, a lot of people that I know are very much on my side, and I wasn't sure if that would be the case.
Just fucking thumbs out and shit, like walking up, like what's up?
Well, even like I had a friend over, and they were like, we got a keg system because we want to put like this craft beer in. And then my roommate was like, they put a keg system in the house without asking you? And I was like, yeah, isn't that fucking rude? They're like, yeah. And then on top of it, when they got beer into the keg system, it was Yingling.
First of all, number one.
If you want to get Yingling, go for it, but just don't say you're into
Yes.
craft beer. Just be like, we're gonna get some cheap beer
Correct.
so we save money.
What are the? I don't even understand any of. So a keg. What does that mean? They put a keg. What, in your kitchen? Like they install the thing?
In the living room, they brought in a refrigerator that can hold a kegerator that has a tap
Yes.
built into it.
Yes. So, Devin, I'll take this if you don't mind, Keri.
I never lived at college.
I am
35 years old.
long. I have a long story about this, but I am very good at trivia. I know a lot of useless garbage, and I won for my friends and I, and the winning. Oh, I won a trivia contest where the winning item is a.
Wouldn't it be funny if you're like, I am really good at trivia, so I won a darts match, and we got a keg.
Yeah, so I won a darts match.
Which, by the way, they put up a darts board.
And let me tell you something. I killed an 8-ball.
Okay.
Sorry, so you won a keg.
So I want a kegerator.
Okay.
And so what it is that it's basically it's actually about the size of my fucking desk right here. It's it's probably like 3 feet long, 3 feet down, and it's perfect for a keg. And you hook it up to the thing, and then you can pour beer out of it like a draft, like at a bar.
Okay, not a tap.
No, but there was a tap to the top of it.
Right.
So, and what was the question that I won with? What was the longest standing ovation in the Academy Awards history? And it was Charlie Chaplin getting his Lifetime Achievement Award. Don't know why I know that, but it was 19 minutes, and I know that. Anyway.
Well, here's another thing they did. They bought a dartboard, and do you know where they chose to put it up? Right here. It's on the other side of this wall in the living room. So when they play darts, it hits the board of where I sleep every night.
Of your bedroom.
Yeah. There's 6 a.m. dart games distracting. Does that annoy you?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just picturing. Could you imagine? They just put a dartboard on your wall, and then like 6 a.m. the crack of dawn, nothing makes their
like
day
they're
more than
training,
playing darts.
Like they're Olympic dartians. Yeah, that's what they think. That's right there.
Like just the shittiest roommates. It's like, yeah, they set my bed on fire by accident. Like
honestly, you know what it is? They're not that shitty. They're the right amount. They're right in between where that kind of sucks and that shit. And that's what annoys me more. It's almost like I'd rather them be complete
Keri,
heads.
you understand that's everyone though. That is literally everyone on the planet. That is like, you're just the right amount of, you annoy the shit out of me.
Right. I think it's just that because I'm an artist and comedian that I'm very hyper focused on it, because I'm like, well, this is material.
I don't know. Maybe you just need to live with like different types of people. Like maybe you need to
Yeah,
live with
fucking-
different comedians.
Oh, definitely. I want to, and they want me to.
I gotta fucking reevaluate this, dude. Like, I used to live in this apartment with like these
a good
other 3
apartment.
dudes, and we had a dartboard exactly like you did. And when we were leaving, there's obviously 1,000 holes around the dartboard because we just threw it against the wall. And then to cover it up, I just took toothpaste and rubbed it against every hole.
That's pretty smart.
And I never saw a bill for that, by the way.
Good for you.
It was good.
Yes. Okay, I got one more question to ask both of you.
All right.
And then we will part our ways, and I will love both of you forever.
Aw.
You're welcome. Would you rather live in Jurassic Park or The Walking Dead?
Jurassic Park. Does Jurassic Park include every character that's ever been in Jurassic Park from fucking...
Yes,
Are you
so you'd
stuck on
fuck
the
John
island?
Hammond.
Huh?
You'd fuck John Hammond. You'd fuck John Hammond.
Wait, which one's John Hammond? I was
The
thinking...
old man. The old man.
No, I was thinking, what the fuck?
No,
Jeff
you're not fucking
Goldblum
eating.
to John...
Yeah, you're not fucking eating.
I mean, to
You're
fucking
not fucking.
Pratt.
I knew exactly where you were going, so you have to fuck John Hammond.
Fuck him if I can get Jeff Goldblum in the mix and and Chris Pratt in the mix.
Yeah, and that was
No,
one of
Chris Pratt
Pratt's
doesn't
hot roles.
exist in this.
Chris Pratt wasn't fat in that one because he had to be the action hero. He was very hot in that role.
But I
Wasn't
like
funny
Chris Pratt.
It was
when he
not
was
Chris
fat.
Pratt.
Chris Pratt fat is fine. Parks and Rec, Chris Pratt is where my heart is.
He's still attractive, but it's not like rugged, in shape Chris Pratt.
Right. Which I hate that he did, but that's fine. It makes sense for him, obviously.
Well, it's just a role,
Yes.
you know.
Right.
He was the
But,
highest grossing movie of all time.
But
So.
that's fine.
So wait, I'm confused by the question. So is it Jurassic Park? You have to live on the island with the dinosaurs forever?
No,
leave?
you just have to go through Jurassic Park. Like you have to. That's my point.
Oh well, then clearly, I would definitely pick Jurassic Park just because if you get away, like you just live the rest of your life normally.
And you have the right answer. And that's exactly what I'm doing.
I said Jurassic Park too.
I know, but not for the right reason.
No, there's other
You're just
reasons.
trying to fuck Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, that's true.
Jizz finds a way.
My dick finds a way.
Finds a way. We both have the same hacky
I
thought.
even forgot it was Jurassic Park versus what?
The Walking Dead. But
Walking
that's like the
Dead.
zombie.
I've
No,
never even seen The Walking Dead. But
I haven't either,
I
but
know
it's
that I
just
don't want
zombies.
anything to do with it. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with it.
Dude, you know what my favorite thing? Like, I have a friend who's like an actor in Hollywood, and she's like, "Yeah, I took Jeff Goldblum's acting class," and I was like, "Oh yeah, how was that?" She was like, "I think he's fucking everyone that takes the class," and I was like, "Oh really?" It's like, "Wait, did he fuck you?" And she was like, "Yeah." That was my favorite conversation I've ever had with someone that was like,
I take it
like, I
back.
think
I'll go on The
he's
Walking
fucking-
Dead. I'll go on The
That's
Walking Dead.
so funny.
my
He's
dick
not gay.
finds a way.
That's why I got upset when this guy said you're a narcissist because I know a lot of male actors, straight male
First of
actors
all,
who are narcissists.
you are not a narcissist.
No, definitely not. But I
If there's a narcissist in this group, it's definitely me.
All right.
And I recognize that. And I'm working on being better. Home run Jeff Goldblum, son. Fucking Jeff Goldblum. Home.
I'm
Gold-
Jurassic
Goldblum.
Park. Wait, where you're trying to park it? What are you parking it in a parking lot or something? What are you parking?
What are you parking your car in the parking lot?
What are you,
Dude, Keri, you missed this. We went on this whole rift about
Chip.
I don't know if you know who Chip Chipperson is.
Chip Chipperson. My
It's
neighbor?
Jim Norton, who's a comic, doing like
It's
the
character.
worst impression of a comic he could possibly think of.
I think I've seen it before.
Yes,
It's like-
we would.
it's
While you
basically-
were, go ahead.
No, it's like Jim Norton created a character that just the character's purpose is to just say the worst jokes.
The worst joke
Yeah.
ever.
Like your goal
worst
is
joke.
to make the worst joke, and you have to understand it's like if like it's so beautifully satisfying when you nail a chip. Like it's one of the most fun things I've ever done. Chip is one of my favorite things on earth. I love it
Correct.
so much.
All right, I gotta watch it.
Correct.
I think I've seen parts of it before, or I've seen it.
It's terrible. Wow,
It's so
guys.
bad.
I love when.
It's so bad, but it's so
we
funny.
literally just did 3 hours of this show.
Yeah, that's true, guys.
Bro, okay. We're gonna sign off. Guys, I want to thank you both so much for being
Yeah,
involved
it was a lot of
in
fun.
Who,
Thanks
me?
for-
and doing this. Yes.
This guy?
Yes, this guy.
Yo, Duncan, you above me or below me or next?
Duncan,
I'm above
Duncan, you above?
You are above me, right? Look, can
Yeah.
you point to me?
Yeah,
while
he's
I point
above
to
you
Ready?
because this is Trump's America.
Entertainment, Devin. Thank you so
I don't
much.
know. Can I? I know I can't. I can't switch.
Point
it.
to us. We're gonna point to
I
you.
can do this. Then
Oh,
I'm above
Now
both of
you're
you.
here.
Then
Now
I'm
here,
above
this will be
both of
perfect.
you.
Oh fuck! I gotta.
This mess of a weave.
What is this? Oh, it's like backwards.
Yeah, it is.
What about this?
Oh, this is such a good game. Why didn't we play this earlier?
This is the lowest form of entertainment. Like this is.
That's correct.
They
Like,
got
it's
no one
so-
watching,
you're
so
100%
it doesn't
correct.
matter. Just Daniel.
It's
Daniel
just Dan being a fucking asshole. And
Guys, I
running
had
around.
fun.
All right, guys.
Thanks,
I
this
want
was
to
fun.
I want to thank you all for, especially Dan Caprio for listening in,
Yeah, thank you. Dan.
which is and the other one listener. But I'd like to give special thanks to our very special guest, Keri Costa. Oh, I'm sorry. That fucking dude. I fucking.
No, you know what? I just realized I signed in through YouTube.
Keri
It says
Costa.
Costa.
Keri Costa. But I read your fucking thing while I was saying it, and drink.
I checked.
Go ahead. Keri, where could they find your fine comedic?
Where can you and Devin and Dan find my shit? My name's Keri Costa, but I also just started an Instagram channel called Costa Sauce Comedy where I produce and edit my own sketches. And I would love Dan and everyone to just go check that out.
Yes. Good. Yes. I got one more question for you, though. Do you actually make your own sauce?
If I'm going to make a good red sauce and try and press somebody, then yes, it's from scratch. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, what about a vodka sauce?
I've never made a vodka sauce from scratch.
Dude, that's so funny.
The rain
Ask
cloud.
a question. Ask like a mundane, like, "Oh, what do you cook for that?" And then just as she talks, just play like noises.
So good. Oh,
And also my second guest of the evening, Devon
Oh,
Hall.
that's so funny.
Devon Hall. By the way, you guys want to plug any dates?
Rice. I can pretend that I don't have any dates because of the quarantine. But
Yes, you can.
I'm
Where
on.
can they
if
find you
anybody
online,
do-
Devon Hall?
Devon Hall Comedy on Instagram, and then I started tweeting, and I love it so much. Please follow me on, like, actually follow me on Twitter. I want followers. Devon_Hall42. Twitter's fun. I don't know why I didn't do it until now.
Oh, dude, I definitely put this up online. That I definitely didn't tag you with that. I tagged another Devon Hall. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't. Whatever.
Sorry, Devon.
sorry.
Sister, sorry, because we're best friends. So now
I'm not
gonna
on
follow
Twitter,
you.
but I feel like comedians are supposed to be on Twitter.
Yeah, well, I'm on Twitter. I don't know. I don't know why I'm on Twitter. I used to write jokes. I don't anymore.
I do. I don't know. I like it. I like Twitter.
I used
I'm
to,
bored of it.
but
Devin, I could see you doing really good on Twitter.
now I just
I'm
stand back and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to save these. All right, that's the show, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in for 3 hours. You guys are great. Yo, you guys are the best. Thank you, everybody.
No.
There you go.